Pleasant good evening, everyone, from TD Bank Park, where the Lancaster Barnstormers take on the Somerset Patriots in the middle game of a three-game weekend series here. We had quite the pitchers' duel last night, but the Barnstormers came up on the short end, a final score of 2-1. The stats overall were pretty much even as far as last night went. The problem was that the base runners for the Patriots were stacked in the sixth inning. They used 2 hits and 3 walks to pick up a pair of runs there. The Barnstormers base runners were scattered, and were it not for the wheels of Darian Sanford, who had what we have coined as a Darian Sanford home run in the 8th inning, well, the Barnstormers would have been shut out in last night's ball game. 4 hits each way. Somerset with the 2-1 victory. Great starts for both Jonathan Albaladejo and Rick Teasley. Teasley kept his shutout going through 6, and Albaladejo lost his after 5 1/3 innings. In Game 2 of the series tonight, the Barnstormers with left-hander Nate Reed on the mound. Reed, one of the members of the All-Star contingent for the Barnstormers. He won 5 ball games in the month of May and has won only 1 since. That was against the Somerset Ball Club. Overall, Reed is 6-2 on the year. His ERA still a nice 3.68. He'll match up against David Kubiak. Kubiak has been sensational lately. The Barnstormers saw that. They lost to him the last time the Patriots were at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Kubiak is now 4-1 with a 2.47 earned run average. He's averaging more than a strikeout per inning. His strikeouts exceed his hits plus his walks. And whenever you see that, you know that a pitcher is throwing very well. Strikeouts were certainly a part of the game last night. We saw 23 of them, and some of them led to some arguments. Casey Hobson was ejected from the ball game in the top half of the 9th inning for arguing balls and strikes. Ross Peoples was out there a couple of times, although Ross's discussions, from what I understand, never got nasty. The umpires had perfectly viable explanations whenever Ross went out there, so things were okay on that front, although Ross at times was speaking with his hands. He was gesturing rather noticeably, but it never got ugly. Ross, it would take a lot to tip the scales, as you know, for the Barnstormers manager. Tonight, Game 2 of the series coming up here. The Barnstormers still looking to solve their hitting issues. The Barnstormers were the top hitting team in the Atlantic League for about the first month and a half of this season. And all of a sudden, it was as if somebody flipped the switch. And over the last 16 games, this club has hit only 187. And in 7 of those games, they have not picked up 5 hits. So they look to solve that tonight against one of the league's top pitchers in one of the league's most pitching-friendly ballpark here at TD Bank Park. You don't know quite what it is about this ballpark, but Somerset's pitching always excels here. They have an ERA 2 runs better here at home than they do on the road in this 2018 season. And speaking of Somerset, earlier I talked to the MVP of the 2018 Atlantic League All-Star Game, the shortstop for the Somerset Patriots, Alfredo Rodriguez. Watched him play here for a year and a half. He does a marvelous job. He's a very smooth shortstop. This year his offense has come around, and we asked Alfredo to take us through his time with Somerset and why he chose to come here in the first place. I'll be back with Alfredo Rodriguez in just a moment, right here on the Lancaster Barnstormers YouTube channel.
Beers, local wines. Well, the best place to be in Lancaster then is Clipper Magazine's. All new for 2018 is the Broken Bat deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat will feature more than 20 local craft breweries and product from 2 local wineries. If something with a little more kick is your adult beverage of choice, a local distillery is part of the Broken Bat as well. Food will be sold off a pub-style menu, so get together, hang out with your friends, make some new ones, and enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
Hi everyone, Adam Gochnauer here for Gochnauer Appliances in East Petersburg. We are as excited as you that it's baseball season, and we are thrilled to once again be partnering with your Lancaster Barnstormers. We are also excited this season to introduce some awesome new appliance colors on display now. Come and see the new colors of slate, black stainless, and black slate. These colors will give your kitchen a great look, and of course, all of them are at the best prices around now at Gochnauer's. I'll be back after the break to tell you about our special Barnstormers summer promotions.
Welcome back to tonight's edition of the Gockenauer Home Appliances Dugout Report. Joining me is the shortstop for the Somerset Patriots, Alfredo Rodriguez, who was also the MVP of the recent Atlantic League All-Star Game. And congrats on the honor. You had quite a game.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. It was a blast just to be selected in the All-Star Game, and got lucky. Some balls fell, but overall it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. This league has been very pitching-oriented in 2018, more so than I can ever remember it, and the All-Star Game kind of followed suit with that, so hits were hard to come by, so the fact that you had 3 really stood out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. All these guys, they're tough in multiple innings, so when you get them all for 1 inning, you better hit your pitch. Otherwise, these guys will put you away. So I was just looking to be aggressive. All these guys have good fastballs, good off-speed stuff, so anything that was close in the zone, I was just trying to put the ball in play.
Yeah, you had the game-winning hit, the walk-off hit in the bottom half of the 9th inning. I'm sure you, like we, have seen several of those at Bethpage Ballpark because as they put it in the 9th inning. You were able to do that, and it was an exciting moment. It wasn't like, oh, yay, the game's over. You guys celebrated quite a bit, and the fans really got into it.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we were just looking for. We didn't know what the format to extra innings was until I guess after the fact. But it was nice to everyone. Our pitchers pitched really well, and the hitters were all hitting on both. We're trying their best, obviously, on both sides. So to just it was a close game all around, and the fact that we were able to end it and be on the winning side, it's always fun.
You had one thing go wrong in the game. You were thrown out at third base by Ryan Castile. Tell us about that play.
Oh, it was, obviously when you're out, it's a bonehead play. If you were safe, it's a great play. So I thought I got a good jump on Schumann, and I think I thought I had the bag earlier than what I did. So I kind of cruised in there. And honestly, I thought I got in there, but at the same time, you were out. So, it definitely wasn't a smart play because we had one of the better hitters up with no outs. And, I was hoping we'd still get a run, but game comes around full circle and got a chance to redeem myself.
Your ball club won the first half in the Liberty division. You've had some changes recently, but it just seems like this franchise is a machine. And guys fill in. Everybody seems to find a comfort zone and a place where they can really fit in and play. You have very little power on your ball club, but you're still able to play little ball, produce runs, and win games.
Yeah, I think the first and foremost thing that Somerset wants to do is win. And that's with whatever roster we have. We know that it's very competitive to get a spot here, get a spot in this league, but especially on this team. So if your number's called, you just try to take advantage of your situation. Obviously, things are going to change. So you always have to be ready, understand that baseball is a business. But I'm glad I'm, on a team that expects winning because at the end of the day, that's what you want to do.
No resting on your laurels in the second half. You guys are off to a great start.
Definitely. I think it's very easy. And I think last year the team I was on, not saying we were complacent, but, we didn't have as strong of a second half as we did the first. So I think we just need to, compete against ourselves and just try to, play our game and hopefully have a better second half than we did the first.
Watching you the last season and a half now, it seems like you've grown as a player here too, especially on the offensive side.
Definitely. I got to a slow start last year, the first half, and balls honestly weren't falling. And, I think when I decided that, stop feeling sorry for yourself, trust your swing, you have what it takes to compete at this level. It's just the confidence has grown. And, I just try to take every day as it is and make slight adjustments. You're not going to go 4 for 4 every day. You're going to go for 4, and the key is to just stay even keel and trust the process.
You're a D.C. area guy. How'd you end up in Somerset and not say Southern Maryland?
Well, to be honest, it was just a matter of John Hunt, the pitching coach. He got in touch with me as soon as I got released by the Brewers, and I was in touch with him when I was in the Frontier League. So I kind of asked some friends that were in this league about what league is the best or what team is the best, and Somerset approached me and gave me an opportunity, and I just – at the time I didn't really know. I kind of was thinking Southern Maryland since it's closer to home, but it was a lot of fun to be part of a great franchise. And, every franchise in this league is very, very competitive and very good to be a part of. But it was just lucky to be with a pretty good franchise.
Well, Alfredo, thanks for taking time out tonight. I wish you good luck. Good luck in the second half because if you guys win it again, it helps us out. But good luck starting Monday or Tuesday.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Alfredo Rodriguez joining me tonight on the Gockenauer Home Appliances Dugout Report. Starting lineups coming your way next, right here on the Lancaster Barnstormers YouTube channel.
Adam Gockenauer back with you again to tell you that we are back this season with Weber Gas Grills. We have the best selection and prices in the area on Weber, and if you mention this ad, you will receive 10% off all in-stock Weber accessories. Don't forget, we also fill your propane tanks here at the store. Don't waste money on exchanges when you can have us fill your tank and save you money. We are your appliance and gas grill headquarters. Come see us today on Main Street in East Petersburg or on the web at gockenauers.com.
I'm a chef. Pleasing my patrons' palates is paradise. But lately, when I hear a cheer from the dining room, it's Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Sure, it could be my veggie lasagna, but chances are it's customers picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno is fun and exciting, and you can enjoy it as an appetizer or a main course. Hey, everything tastes better with winning. Keno, it's here. Played at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Todd Fensaker. Thank you, Paul.
Welcome back from TD Bank Park on a lovely night for a ball game here in central New Jersey, where the Lancaster Barnstormers are taking on the Somerset Patriots. We're in the middle game of a 3-game weekend series. For the Barnstormers this evening, Darian Sanford will be leading off and playing center field. Rico Noel bats second and plays second base. The right fielder hitting third is Blake Galen. Ryan Castile, the designated hitter, will bat cleanup. Trayvon Robinson is in left field. He is batting number 5. The first baseman batting 6th is Casey Hobson. Nate Coronado will be making the start at third base tonight. He's hitting 7th. The catcher batting in the number 8 slot is Anderson De La Rosa. Tyler Bortnick shifts over to shortstop. He is in the number 9 slot. Nate Reed gets the nod on the hill. Reed, one of 3 6-game winners on this Barnstormers staff, 6-2. with a 3.68 earned run average. Somerset this evening will be led off by second baseman Craig Massey. Ramon Flores, the left fielder, batting second. Our pregame guest, Alfredo Rodriguez, the shortstop, is batting third. The cleanup hitter is recently acquired Jermaine Curtis. He'll be playing first base. The catcher batting number 5, Jovan Gonzalez. Matt Oberste was the third baseman last night, is the designated hitter this evening. Oberste is batting 6th. Mike Francoso will bat 7th. He will handle third base tonight. Justin Trapp is the right fielder batting 8th, and Justin Pacioli is the center fielder. He is in the number 9 slot. David Kubiak with the start tonight for the Patriots. Kubiak is 4-1. with a 2.47 ERA. The last time the Barnstormers faced him, they scored only 1 run on 4 hits in 7 1/3 innings. Somerset winning 2 out of 3 the last time that the Patriots visit Clipper Magazine Stadium. Kubiak pitched the rubber game of that series. We do have one announcement to make as far as the roster is concerned, and this goes down as a subtraction. But Steve Johnson, one of the Barnstormers' starting pitchers for the duration of this season to this point, has decided to retire. So our best wishes to Steve and his future endeavors, whatever they may be. I did not have a chance to see him after he had told Ross yesterday about his decision. So Johnson will not be starting tomorrow. Brooks Hall is going to make the start in Game 3 of this series. And then John Anderson is expected to go into the rotation for the Lancaster Barnstormers for the foreseeable future. Brett Jody and Ross Peoples are out to exchange the lineup cards. We'll have play-by-play baseball coming your way next, right here on the Lancaster Barnstormers YouTube channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Leary has been serving the Middlesex County and
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Find stories that will inspire and surprise. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. See all that the Hall of Fame and Museum has to offer Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
It's a wonderful night here at TD Bank Park. It did get rather warm today, a very sunny day. It's still not abysmally humid, at least not by July standards, and certainly when you were in Texas 2 weeks ago, it's like being in a desert. But a nice night, the wind blowing as it does in the summer here at TD Bank Park from right field across the left. It is 315 down the right field line, 402 to straightaway center, and 317 down the left field stripe here at the home of the Somerset Patriots. Patriots winning last night 2-1 in the series opener. They are 4-0 at the outset of the second half. The Barnstormers have stumbled a bit. They are 1-3 at the start of the second half. Now, the good news, if Somerset should happen to go on and win the second half in the Liberty division, it would open up a wild card spot, and the Barnstormers are 4 up over York in the wild card race. You don't want to rely on that, though. You really want to be able to win a half, something the Barnstormers have done only once since 2012, and really would like to pick up a head of steam here and make some noise in this second half. It hasn't happened yet. The offense remains rather sluggish. It is a bit of a concern to both Ross Peoples and Josh Bell, trying to scratch their heads and figure out what they need to do. Is it a question of working with the guys that are here? Is it a question of bringing somebody else in? And to this point, we have not come up with the exact answer that's going to pay off for this ball club. Now, down to our field, here are our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening we will have a rendition of God Bless America, followed by our national anthem. With this evening's rendition of God Bless America, please welcome Queen Ella Gibson Delphin.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do ask that you please remain standing. And at this time, we do ask everyone, please remember to remove your caps to honor America with the singing of our national anthem, Downing White Cell.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars still there. Oh, stay does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
What a wonderful testimony to the variety of singing voices and music styles here at TD Bank Park. And now we'll fall silent once again to allow the colors to leave the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, Downing Waitsell with our national anthem.
Lancaster Barnstormers and Somerset Patriots in the middle game of a three-game series. David Kubiak taking the hill for Somerset tonight. Kubiak has been marvelous this year. He is 4-1 with a 2.47 ERA. He has thrown 47 in the third innings, giving up 36 hits. He has walked 15 and struck out, get this, 55 batters. He has allowed only 13 runs. They're all earned. 4-1 with a 2.47 earned run average over his 8 starts. Backing him up defensively, Mike Francoso will get the start at third base. The shortstop is Alfredo Rodriguez. Craig Massey is at second. Jermaine Curtis will play first base. The outfield has Ramon Flores in left with Justin Pacioli in center and Justin Trapp making the start in right field. Jovan Gonzalez will do the catching for the Somerset Patriots here this evening. With the 6'7", 230-pound David Kubiak on the hill, he is 28 years of age from Riverhead, New York. The Barnstormers will be sending the usual first three: Darian Sanford, Rico Noel, and Blake Gale into the plate at the outset of the ball game here tonight. Barnstormers struck out 14 times last night. They had their share of disputes with the home plate umpire last night, Steve Leonardo, who is now at third. Frank Urelli is umpiring at first base, and calling the balls and strikes this evening is Silvio Martinez. Sanford will lead it off. He was 1 out of 4 last night and did score the lone Lancaster run in the 8th inning. He led off the inning. Nicely steered by Rodriguez up the middle, but with Darian the batter, no chance to make a throw. Then Sanford stole second. He stole third, and when the throw got away from Matt Oberstein, the third baseman, and rolled out into left field, Sanford picked up and came home to score Lancaster's only run of the game last night. Kubiak's first pitch runs in high. We're underway. It is ball 1 and no strikes to Darian. 9 for 38 is Sanford in the season series. 263 overall on the year. The pitch, and that is grounded where Rodriguez can get to it standing up. Throw to first base. A good stretch by Curtis, and they record the out. Jermaine Curtis almost came off the bag. The throw was to the outfield side, but he held it, and Sanford is retired. 1 gone. That brings on the second baseman, Rico Noel, who, believe it or not, is down to 304 now. No home runs, 17 runs batted in. The objective for any opposing team, of course, is to keep Sanford and Noel off the bases. Ross Peoples went over to discuss the call at first base, and now he's going to at least get the umpires to confer about it. The original call made by Frankie Urilli was that Curtis held the bag as the throw was out toward the right field side, and that call is going to hold. So it's 1 out. Rico Noel stepping in. We mentioned Noel down to 304. He was 0 for 4 in the series opener last night. Barnstormers' 4 hits were the single by Sanford I mentioned before, a double by Blake Galen, a single by Ryan Castile, and a single by Vladimir Frias. Here's a pitch to Noel. Swing and a miss. Down a strike against David Kubiak here in the opening inning. 0-1. The Barnstormers trying to get that offense back untracked, and it just hasn't happened in a while. To Noel, a ball is away. 1-1 against Kubiak, who will walk about 3 per 9 innings, but he strikes out better than 10 per 9 innings. Here's the next offering. Breaking ball, doesn't get back to the inside corner. Noel with the advantage, 2 balls and a strike. Blake Galen waiting on deck. Barnstormers and Somerset, our last trip to TD Bank Ballpark during the regular season anyhow, potentially could meet in the playoffs. There's a foul ball that is not far from my broadcast booth. Rico needs to get that down and to the left a little bit to find me. 2 balls and 2 strikes that count on Noel. He hit the facing of the press box off to my right. Here's the motion. 2-2 on Noel. Breaking ball. And that's strike 3 called on the inside corner. Noel wins. 2 up and 2 down. And Rico will have a discussion about that with Silvio Martinez. The discussion is brief. And Noel heads back to the dugout. Blake Galen will step in. Galen's down to 291. 14 home runs and 52 runs batted in. But his RBI production has been curtailed as of late. A lot of that because the guys are not on ahead of him. Galen's last 2 runs batted in on solo home runs, and Blake has only knocked in 3 runs in the last 17 games. Again, that covers the span where this offense is really sputtered. First pitch strike in on Blake. It is 0-1. Ryan Castile, the designated hitter tonight, waits on deck. Anderson De La Rosa gets the start behind the plate. Here's the motion. 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Galen trails 0-2, and David Kubiak off to a fine start so far here this evening. 2 up, 2 down, and he's got Galen under wraps at no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the windup and the pitch. Breaking ball stays away. Galen with a good take. Ball 1, 2 strikes. Galen being played to pull. A shortstop Rodriguez still to the left side of the second base bag, but definitely toward the middle. Galen with a swing and a pop-up foul. It is not terribly high. It lands in the Barnstormers dugout. It didn't really matter. The third baseman, Francoso, was not going to be able to get there anyhow. No way he could get out of the blocks that quickly. Galen still bats 1-2. Kubiak into his windup. And the pitch bends into the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Galen has 2 of his 14 home runs against Somerset pitching. It's Long Island that has felt the worst of Galen's fury so far this year. Kubiak ready to go. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, foul tipped and held. Galen is gone on strikes, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Kubiak. He's off to a great start. Nothing across here in the top half of the first inning. And at the end of a half a frame, Lancaster nothing, Somerset is coming up.
Citizens Bank Ballpark Luxury Suite. Enter to win 4 tickets to the Coca-Cola Suite at Citizens Bank.
You're totally probably safe to ride on your spare for what, 6, maybe 9 months?
Don't trust the wrong advice. Get the right tires at the right price right away. It's what we've been doing at Jack Williams Tire right here in Pennsylvania since our family started this business back in 1929. Because doing things the right way is just the Williams way. Get the right tires right now at jackwilliams.com.
Lancaster Bible College has been around since 1933, but did you know that they offer degrees in much more than just Bible? LBC offers degrees in criminal justice, business, professional counseling, and more, as well as graduate and seminary degrees in areas like Christian care, chaplaincy, education, and leadership studies. To learn more about LBC and the programs they offer, visit lbc.edu. That's lbc.edu.
For the Patriots, number 25.
Somerset Patriots got some good news last night. In fact, Jeremy Bleish, who pitched here a couple of seasons back, made his major league debut. It's always exciting when that happens. The Barnstormers certainly have experienced that thrill over the past few seasons a lot, and we appreciate when anyone who has an Atlantic League background reaches the pinnacle of baseball. Here is Nate Reed working to Craig Massey, the second baseman. And the first offering from Nate is below the knees. Ball one, no strikes. Massey opening the night, batting .348 with one home run, and he has knocked in 20 for the season, facing the left-hander Reed out of Reading, PA. Swing and a miss. One ball and one strike. Ramon Flores and Alfredo Rodriguez will follow here. Nate Coronado at third for the Barnstormers tonight. The shortstop is Tyler Bortnick. Rico Noel at second, and Casey Hobson at first. Here comes the 1-1 from Reed, a check swing, and the pitch stays inside for ball two. Trayvon Robinson is in left with Darian Sanford in center, Blake Galen in right. And tonight, Anderson De La Rosa is doing the catching. Reed back into the motion. He works 2-1 to the leadoff batter Massey, and he's down and away, ball three and a strike. 56 and a third innings for Reed this year, 54 hits allowed. He has walked 21 and struck out 51. 6-2 with a 3.68 ERA, his fourth season as a Barnstormer. The pitch fouled off. Massey gets to 3-2. The left-handed batting second baseman, 1 out of 4 in last night's series opener. That hit came starting the ball game. He bounced a single off the glove of Casey Hobson. Casey reaching to his glove side on that play toward the hole. 3-2 pitch, ground ball in the hole on the left side and through for a base hit. Just a great piece of hitting by Massey, finding the hole on the left side. He directed the pitch there. The leadoff man is on. Ramon Flores, the left fielder, will come to the plate. Flores, 4 out of 16 with a run batted in. And how's this for Somerset? They start the lineup with back-to-back left-handed hitters against the Barnstormers' left-hander Reed. Now, some of the other lefties that we saw last night are not in there. No Andy Chavez, no Danny Dorn. But they have left 3, Massey, Flores, and Francoso out there. Infield sets up double play depth. Massey stole second last night. He's going to stay put on this first pitch, and that's a strike at the knees on Flores, 0-1. No score, bottom of the first inning, but the Patriots do have their leadoff runner aboard. Massey with the seeing eye single through the left side in between Coronado and Bortnick. Left-hander comes set. Massey stays put. There's a little pop-up out the left. Trayvon Robinson darts in to make the grab. Not a difficult play for Trayvon. Flores returns, a big first out. Now Rodriguez, the shortstop, steps in. Hope you enjoyed our chat with Alfredo. I had been told by the Somerset PR folks what a genuinely nice young man he is, and that definitely turned out to be the case. Not false advertising at all. Very pleasant fellow. 28-year-old from Northern Virginia. We talked about that, why Somerset, not Southern Maryland, which would be a good deal closer to home. 1 on, 1 out. Massey stays around, and there's a pitch foul to the right side and into the seats. 0-1. The count on Rodriguez, who's just not your typical number 3 hitter. Just 1 home run on the year, 10 doubles and a triple, but last night he drove in the tie-breaking run with a single in the bottom of the 6th inning, knocking home Justin Trapp, who had led the inning off with a double. The runner goes, Reed to Hobson, and the tag by Bortnick is awaiting. Massey thrown out stealing 1-3 to 6. Reed has a very good move for a left-hander. Massey bit, took off for second on the first move. He guessed incorrectly, and the Somerset Patriots lose their base runner here in the first inning. Casey Hobson, very good at receiving that throw and finding the shortstop, and laid that throw into Bortnick's glove perfectly, and Massey had nowhere to go. Smacked foul right at the feet of the third base coach, Glenn Barker. No balls, 2 strikes. The count on Rodriguez. A first baseman, Jermaine Curtis, waits on deck. Curtis recently released by the Minnesota Twins out of their AAA affiliate in Rochester. He does have some major league time. Here's the 0-2. Just off the inside corner. Reed thought he had it, took a step toward the dugout. Ball 1 and 2 strikes. Pitchers and catchers very often will try to sell it. It's part of the game. Rodriguez awaits the 1-2. Reed to the plate, and it's fouled off. Up into the first base seats. We will continue at a ball and 2 strikes. Road Warriors are at Sugarland again. They're underway. Southern Maryland up 4-2 at New Britain in the bottom of the second. Long Island 2, York nothing in the third. High pop fly out to shallow right field. Just on the edge of the outfield lawn is Rico Noel to make the catch. Nate Reed gives up the seeing eye base hit to start the inning. That runner's a race. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on. And at the end of 1 from TD Bank Park, there is no score.
Sanchez, Miss Sanchez.
Localflavor.com, local flavor, localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
And skincare needs.
Into the top of the second inning in a scoreless ball game. 3 batters step to the plate on each side in the first. Here's Ryan Castile leading off the second. Ryan batting .295, 7 home runs, 30 runs batted in. He's been walking a lot as of late. Kubiak ready to go, and the pitch to Castile is down and away. Ball 1, no strikes. Translation, he may not be seeing that many pitches to hit. He has walked 9 times in his last 9 ball games, and he'd only walked 6 prior to that. Kubiak misses again. Breaking ball low and outside. It's 2-0. Castile batting cleanup as he has been for a while now. Awaits the 2-0, swings, and it's a high fly ball here down the left field line. Flores has time to get over on it. He makes the grab. Castile retired for the first out. Got too much air underneath that. I'm still surprised that the ball didn't get deeper than that did. 1 away, and Trayvon Robinson will come to the plate. Robinson at .280, 3 home runs and 25 knocked in. Casey Hobson waiting on deck. 4 up and 4 down so far against Kubiak. They ran the table for a while the last time that the Barnstormers faced him. He gave up a run in the first inning, and just about 3 more base runners following that. Breaking ball is low, 1-0 the count to Robinson. Lancaster scored on a double by Galen, an infield hit by Castile, and a sac fly by Hobson in the opening inning. Casey had a single after that first inning as the pitch misses outside. Robinson gains an edge, 2-0. Galen and Nate Coronado had walks, and then Carlos Garcia led off the 8th with a single. That was it. Here comes the 2-0. Swing and a miss by Trayvon. It is 2-1. Casey Hobson waiting on deck. No score here in the second. A game off to a rather similar start to last night. Here's the wind by David Kubiak to Robinson. High and outside. That pitch tailed noticeably Robinson pushes the count to 3-1. He'll take the walk, anything to try and ignite the offense. Barnstormers with Ross Peoples coaching third, Josh Bell over at first base. Here's the 3-1, and Robinson looks at a second strike. We go to 3-2. Kubiak's gone to a couple of 3-ball counts. He's been behind some of the hitters, but will not give up all 4. He was 2-0 on Castile and then got Ryan to fly out the left. 3-1 to Robinson, now 3-2. Kubiak to the plate. There's a swing and a ball belted to the opposite field. Flores going back. He'll chase that for ways. It's going to bang off the base of the wall, and Robinson will glide into second with a stand-up double. Trayvon Robinson with his 11th two-base hit of the year. The Barnstormers have a runner in scoring position, and Casey Hobson will come to the plate. Hobson 0 for 4 here last night. 146 on the season with 3 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Frustration boiled over a bit when he was called out on strikes, or actually called out on a partial swing in the 9th inning. First pitch strike here. It is 0-1. Nate Coronado, the third baseman, waits on deck. And he was thumbed from the game. It ultimately made no difference as far as the lineup was concerned. Off-speed pitch is chased. It's 0-2. If the Barnstormers had to take the field in the bottom of the 9th, then you would have known what Ross would have done. No balls, 2 strikes. Robinson leads off second. The Kubiak pitch is low, and ball 1. Kubiak has given up the double here in the 2nd inning. Robinson with that very good opposite field power left-handed. Flores had no chance to catch up to that on the fly. It hit the base of the wall maybe a foot or 2 above the ground. High and outside, Hobson stays in at 2-2. 2 chances to get the run home. The Barnstormers trying to strike first here tonight, something they have rarely done as of late. Still a very good record on the season when they do. Defense is set up straight away against Hobson. Usually you'll see the shift on. The infield is pulled around some. The outfield definitely straight up. Kubiak jumps off the rubber, tries to see what Robinson is up to, and the correct answer to that question was not much. Trayvon was out to a very short lead. Rodriguez is lurking back there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a Hobson swinging a foul away. KC keeps his turn going. Lights have been turned on at TD Bank Park as we approach twilight. We're by no means there yet. The shadows have covered the infield entirely and still have not reached the outfielders. Here's a 2-2 on Hobson. Breaking ball fought off.
The Patriots would like to thank Sage House
KC hanging in tough against David Kubiak. I mentioned KC had some success against Kubiak the last time these two met with a sacrifice fly and a single. Robinson leading off second. Again, Rodriguez sneaks in back there. There's a pitch, a fastball cut on foul tipped and held. Hobson is gone on strikes. That's the second out, and it leaves the inning to Nate Coronado. Coronado sat last night in the lineup here this evening, 250 hitter with a pair of home runs, both against Somerset. And Nate with 11 runs batted in on the year. Not only are both his home runs against the Patriots, they came in the same ball game. He had a 2-homer and 4 RBI game. That was back on June 18th when the Barnstormers won the opener of that last series, 13-6. Pitch to him here, line drive out to center field. On for it is Pacioli. He'll make the catch to end the inning. Coronado hit it well, but within the scope of the center fielder, Nate couldn't get that ball to sit, and Robinson dies at second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Bottom of the second coming up. We're tied at 0.
We can't help but always want more. especially on the road. More horsepower, heightened handling, elevated design. Get more out of your drive with a Lexus IS. Bold styling, track-tuned handling, available 311 horsepower. Experience the exhilaration of the IS 350 and IS 300. Available in F-Sport and all-wheel drive. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
Enjoy weekends with the Barnstormers all season long. Every Friday evening home game will feature a different giveaway ranging from t-shirts to beach towels to backpacks. On Saturdays, enjoy the best entertainment doubleheader there is with Barnstormers baseball followed by fireworks. Sundays are fun days at the ballpark. Get autographs from some of your favorite Barnstormers players and play catch on the field before the game. Once the game is over, it's a Domino's Pizza Kids base run. Call 717-509-HITS to order your tickets or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. And we'll see you at the ballpark.
Heating. Visitors on the concourse are BillWeary.net to see how to save on your energy bills. Bill Weary, air conditioning and heating. Good for the environment. Good for you.
Bottom of the second inning, it'll be Jermaine Curtis, Jovan Gonzalez, and Matt Oberste stepping in against left-hander Nate Reed. They will all bat from the right side of the plate. First time we've seen Curtis is 3 out of 14 here in the Atlantic League. 2 of the 3 hits have gone for doubles, and he has 4 runs batted in. So the average may be low, but ultimately a decent start for this right-handed hitter who can play a number of different positions in the lineup tonight for Brett Jody at first base. The wind and the pitch, that is low from Reed. Ball 1, no strikes. Curtis listed as a pinch hitter, reached the major leagues for 5 games and 5 plate appearances with the St. Louis Cardinals. He takes a strike against Reed here. That was all the way back in 2013. Born in Panorama City, California. He's played some second and third in his career as well. Ball 2 is low, 2 balls and a strike. Though he fits the Somerset mold pretty well. Reed's 2-1 pitch right there. 2-2 now on Curtis, who was batting 200 at Rochester in 42 games. 1 home run. He had driven in 10. Reed with the 2-2 offering, bouncing ball toward the middle, charging the play into his right. Rico Noel, he fires on. Curtis retired 4-3. Jovan Gonzalez stepping to the plate. The catcher batting 244 with no home runs, and he has driven in 12. Curtis is a guy, the recently dispatched hitter, without great career power numbers, but inserted into the cleanup role for the Somerset Patriots. This is a team that you don't have to worry about the home run all that much. Yeah, some guys can hit a few, but they don't have the bopper since Kyle Roller retired. And here is Gonzalez, who probably hit the ball deeper than anybody else did the entire game last night. He takes a strike at his 0-1. It was still an out. He flied out to deep left center field. Darian Sanford almost to the warning track to catch it in the 5th inning. There were a couple balls pulled to left that got to the wall on a hop. Ball is low, 1-1. Specifically, Justin Trapp's drive leading off the 6th inning. Blake Galen hit a ball pretty well into the alley for a double. 1-1, driven to deep right field. Back on it goes Galen, and he reaches up to make the catch. So Gonzalez again makes pretty solid contact, but the ball just not going. And Galen was able to gallop back and haul it in. 2 up, 2 down, and Matt Oberste, the designated hitter, will come in. Oberste is 1 for 12. But offense is noticeably down around the Atlantic League, especially over the last month. The fact that the Barnstormers are hitting just 187 these last 16 games is puzzling, but I don't know that that's as far out of the norm as it ordinarily would be in this league. A ball is high to Oberste. It's 1-0. He was 0 for 4 last night. Defense fanned out against the right-handed batter. Tonight in there is the DH, and he looks at ball 2 below the knees. Reed falling behind a hitter. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the lower half of the second in a scoreless battle. The Barnstormers have had one base hit, a double, one hit, a single for Somerset. Ball 3 missing outside to Oberste. It's 3-0. Reed looking for win number 7. There's a strike. It's 3-1. His only win since the end of May, coming in that 13-6 victory for the Barnstormers against Somerset back on June 18th. Everything went well for the Barnstormers that night, and then Lancaster didn't do much offensively the rest of that series. Ground ball off the end of the bat over to third. Coronado handles, double sets for the throw, but he's got time and guns down Oberste. It's a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom half of the second. Nate Reed has retired 5 in a row, and at the end of 2, there is still no score.
I'm a meal delivery engineer, you know, a server, and I love it. But now, with Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery, this place is livelier than 2-for-1 app night. See, while I guide my guests from nachos to gnocchi, they're picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and goes with everything on the menu. Except maybe the 4-alarm fries. Stay away from those. Keno, it's here. Play it at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Enjoy a weeknight with the Barnstormers and leave with your wallet largely intact. Come on out on Munchie Mondays for all you can eat nachos, dogs, fries, popcorn, and soda for 2 hours. Or how about Koozie Tuesdays, where fans of legal age can enjoy $2 domestic drafts from 6:30 to 8. Bring your dog on Wiener Wednesdays and enjoy delicious dollar dogs as well. Or on Thrifty Thursday, popcorn is just $1, sodas are $2, and lawn seats are only $3. Call 717-509-HITS to order your tickets or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. And we'll see you at the ballpark.
Number 32.
Anderson De La Rosa, Tyler Bortnick, and Darian Sanford are scheduled in the top of the third against David Kubiak. Kubiak's retired 6 of 7. Reed has gotten 5 out of 6 so far. The one runner that reached base for Somerset. Craig Massey was thrown out stealing. Only 6 batters faced by Reed as a result. De La Rosa steps in, batting .231 with a home run. He's driven in 9. Right straight through on the first offering. The fastball from Kubiak finding its way into the zone. It is 0-1. He's given up 1 hit. He has struck out 3. Barnstormers hit some balls fairly well off of him last inning. Breaking pitch again into the zone. De La Rosa trails 0-2. Beautiful night here at TD Bank Ballpark, located just off of Interstate 287 here in Central Jersey. Swung on and missed. De La Rosa goes down on 3 pitches. 4th strikeout for Kubiak, and with 1 out, Tyler Bortnick will come in. Interstate 287 connects 78 with 95 and ultimately will connect to other roads that go over to Staten Island. This is a beautiful part of New Jersey, although some of the towns around here are a little run down. Pitch to Bortnick, poke deep to left field. Way back it goes, and the walls will not contain it. It just clears. Tyler Bortnick with his 5th home run of the season. He has given the Barnstormers a 1-0 lead. Bortnick's 2nd home run against the ball club he called his in 2017. 2nd out of the 5, Lancaster with the lead. A line drive home run that didn't get out by all that much toward the left field line, about 15 feet or so off the stripe. With 1 away and the run home, here's Darian Sanford trying to get something else going. Sanford grounded to the shortstop Rodriguez his first time up. Both of Lancaster's hits tonight have been for extra bases. The double by Robinson, now the home run. Sanford looks to bunt and takes the ball outside, 1-0. Sanford last night became the first Barnstormer ever to steal 40 or more bases in 2 different seasons. 45 last year, 41 this year. He's actually off his pace from a year ago, and that's because he's not getting on base as regularly as he did last year. 2 balls, no strikes from Kubiak. Right-hander working quickly, comes back and delivers a strike to Darian. It is 2-1. At 86 stolen bases, he's 12 shy of Quincy Foster's Barnstormers career record, and he's 14 shy now of the single season mark set by Quincy in 05. Pitch skips to the plate again. Sanford had squared around to bunt. Darian's got the edge, 3-1. Rico Noel, the second baseman, due to bat next. Tyler Bortnick giving the Barnstormers the lead with the home run. The Sanford, here's the 3-1, and that locates the outside edge. We go to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bortnick's first home run since the Sugarland series when he hit him in back-to-back games. The payoff to Darian. Nubber back toward the hill. It's up the first base line. Kubiak with a difficult throw, and it's not in time. The ball was hit oddly, and it took Kubiak a while to react to it. Initially, it looked like that was going to kick back toward the mound. Instead, it ended up the first base line. Kubiak, a big guy, by the time he got to it and could even set for the throw, Sanford in the running lane was in the way. But Darian beats out the infield single, and look out what he might do on the bases. They'll keep a close eye on him. 41 steals to lead the league. The man who is second currently is in the batter's box, Rico Noel. Noel struck out looking his first time up. Does Sanford go, and if so, how quickly? Infield set, double play depth if they ever have the chance. Curtis sets the target. Kubiak fires over. It's a good pickoff throw from the right-hander, but Sanford back in. Darian stole 2 last night, his 7th multiple steal game of the season. One out, runner at first base, and another throw. Curtis handles it, but again, Sanford is back in. Jermaine Curtis tries the hidden ball trick. That didn't work. Sanford's there, and JB's over there. Curtis held that ball for a while. And there's throw number 3. This one is bounced and rolls away from Curtis, but Noel has no chance to get back up and advance. The ball didn't get off the infield dirt. Curtis tracking it down out toward right field. Noel has still not seen a pitch. They're working Sanford over as most teams do. Because if you don't, he takes off. And more often than not, he makes it. One out with the runner on. Kubiak to the set, and there's throw number 4. Sanford back in. This is part of the reason that Barnstormers games on average tend to be a little bit longer than games played by most clubs because of the throws to first base whenever Sanford and Noel get on. Darian bluffs, doesn't go. The pitch is outside to Noel, who shows bunt. 1 ball and nothing. The shadows begin to creep up the outfield wall all the way around. Soon it'll be totally twilight here, and the lights will take command. Sanford not going, and Noel hits a fly ball out toward right center field. Backing up on it, Justin Trapp making the catch for out number 2. Noel is retired. Galen steps in. Rico Noel still looking for his first base hit of this series. Here's Galen, who struck out back in the first inning. Blake is 1 out of 4. Sanford has 2 hits, and he's the only Barnstormer with multiple hits in the series. Ball club with now 7 total, 3 tonight off of Kubiak. Galen stands in, and already there's a nice jig back in. Galen played to pull in the infield, straight up in the outfield. Here's throw number 5 or 6 over to first base. Sanford's another one of those guys. He's absolutely not happy unless his uniform is filthy by the time he gets done with a game. About that all the time. Here's the delivery. The pitch is outside. The throw down. Sanford got a late start, but he is in, and then he does make it. Sanford looked like the throw had him beaten, but he got around behind the Rodriguez. Blake Galen batting at 1-0. That is stolen base number 42 now for Darian Sanford. For a second, it looked like the third base umpire, Steve Leonardo, switched from safe to out. I misread the signal. Is Sanford, a couple of times that he's been thrown out, it's been because he's overslid the bag. Not the case here. Ball 1 to Galen. Breaking ball is foul off. 1 ball and 1 strike, and somewhere up in the seats, the play was made.
Nice hands.
Sanford last year stole 45. That's the second highest single season total in Lancaster history. 42 ties for third. Kubiak bluffs the runner back into second base. No throw ever made. But again, you got Rodriguez right there with a left-handed stick at the plate. To Galen, 1-1. That breaks low. Blake has the advantage. 2 balls and a strike. 1-0 Barnstormers on the strength of Tyler Bortnick's 5th home run of the year. Sanford looking to score the 2nd run of the inning. 2-1 to Galen. Off-speed pitch had him tricked. A swing and a miss. A 2-ball and 2-strike count. Ryan Castile, a designated hitter in the on-deck circle. Travis Hake stole 42. Back in our first season, the same year that Quincy stole 55. Here's a 2-2 offering, up and away. Galen will bat at 3-2. And Kubiak isn't going to terribly mind a walk here. The league RBI leader at the plate in Galen, though his production has been cut off recently. 3-2, and that ball 4. He wasn't going to want mind the walk too much.
Medical group for providing excellent orthopedic care.
Galen, perhaps a little more dangerous than Castile, although their numbers against right-handed pitching are about even. Galen is a more dangerous hitter against lefties. Teams around the Atlantic League actually know that, but it's definitely borne out this year. Sanford at second, and Galen aboard at first. Here's Castile, who flied out the left this first time up, and now pops this up to shallow left center. Backing up on it is the shortstop Rodriguez. He puts it away. Well, the Barnstormers are cut off at 1 run. They get 2 hits, no errors, and they strand 2 through 2.5 innings at TD Bank Park. The Barnstormers have taken a 1-0 lead.
Party! That's right. I've got 2 party animals coming out here.
Learn from the pros right here in Lancaster. The Lancaster Barnstormers are offering 2 3-day-long youth clinics this summer with instruction on pitching, hitting, fielding, and base running. Each session, led by veteran professional players, will last from 9 until noon with lunch to follow. Choose from June 19th to 21st or July 24th to 26th. So learn what it takes to succeed on the field and off. Call the Barnstormers office at 717-509-HITS or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. Space is limited. Act now.
Introducing the all-new Lexus RX 350L, designed for room. Room for a power-folding 3rd row. Room for up to 7. And room for the unexpected. The 3-row RXL. It's the RX with room for more. Experience the innovative RXL and RXL Hybrid. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
RX 450HL arriving spring 2018.
Mike Francoso.
Mike Francoso playing third base tonight. We've seen him all over the field, and he's very good defensively no matter where Brett Jody puts him. He's hitting .313, 2 home runs, 26 runs batted in. He's the third of the left-handed batters staying in the lineup. It's Nate Reed. The first pitch of the AB is low for a ball, 1-0. The Barnstormers have just scored with the one-out solo home run by Tyler Bortnick in the top of the inning. Reed back to work on Francoso, 1-0. That is off the inside corner for ball 2. Here again, one of those mysteries plaguing the Barnstormers, why it seems like every time that they do score, the pitcher has trouble throwing strikes the next inning. Francoso takes all the way and looks at a strike. It is 2-1. He never showed any inclination to have the bat leave the shoulder there. He just, in a relaxed pose, kept the bat on the back shoulder, in that case his left shoulder. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman. Easy pickup for Rico Noel. 6 in a row, set down by Nate Reed. 1 down. Justin Tramp will step in. Reed doing a great job coming back from the 2-0 count. Tramp steps in, .262 hitter with 3 home runs and 19 runs batted in. 1-0 Lancaster in the lead here in the third inning. Reed can take sole possession of 5th place on the Barnstormers all-time win list. With a victory here tonight, it would be his 23rd in a Barnstormers jersey. Outside a ball. 1-0 on Tramp. Next offering, fouled away. Over to the right side. It is 1-1 now on Tramp. Another guy that Brett Jody can move around. We've seen Justin Tramp play second base and play it very well. But for now, the starting right fielder for Somerset. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Reed ready to go, brings it home, and this is popped up foul into my neighborhood. Below me and to my right. Tramp bats 1 and 2. I have to watch every pitch. It's my job to, okay, but I can't take foul balls for granted from right-handed hitters. They can find me here. 1-2 from Reed, upstairs on the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nate is also 31 strikeouts away from Ross Peoples' career record in that category. He has 294 as a Barnstormer. He has not been able to add to that this evening, and in fact, the strikeouts are coming very slowly right now, just a trickle for Reed. Ball 3 missing low. Tramp bats 3 and 2. Justin Pacioli, the center fielder, waits on deck. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Tramp. Not a guy you want to walk. And it was a 3-2 pitch that he pounded the left field for the leadoff double in the bottom of the 6th that really got everything started last night. Here he gets the base on balls. Reed gives up his first walk of the ball game. Tramp has 13 steals. Justin Pacioli will step in, .252 hitter with 8 runs batted in. And here is where Somerset loves to put on plays. This team will not bludgeon you to death, but they can execute, and watch for a hit and run with Tramp and Pacioli here. Runner at first base with 1 out. As we've already seen, Reed has a pretty good move to first base. Craig Massey fell victim to it back in the first inning. Not a direct pickoff, but a 1-3-6 caught stealing that the Barnstormers played perfectly. Tramp leans towards second. Reed will come to the plate. It's foul to the screen, 0-1. Well, at least for that first pitch, Justin Tramp did not know which way Nate Reed was going. And that is one of Reed's strong points. 0-1, the count on Pacioli. Left-handers, probably more than right-handers, have to work on their move. They have to keep those base runners guessing as long as possible to keep them in check. Again, Tramp leaning back toward first base as the pitch heads home. It's inside, and Pacioli bats at 1-1. Barnstormers put a run on the board, but lost out on a chance to score more in the top of the inning. Barnstormers now have left 2 runners at second base in the game. Trapp out to a lead once again. Casey Hobson holding the runner. Reed staring toward first. Out of the set. Now he's going to throw to first base. That's not the good move, but Trapp able to saunter back in. We're in the bottom of the third. Again, a low-scoring game, but progressing rather slowly, just like last night. Reed looking toward first. Trapp goes, swinging a miss, and the runner will arrive safely as De La Rosa couldn't come up with it cleanly. Trapp with the stolen base. Pacioli trails in the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. I thought for a second that might have been foul tipped. And it got away from De La Rosa on a full swing and a miss. Of course, the difference is a foul tip like that, the runner would have to go back. Reed looks back at Trapp, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch is popped up foul into the first base seats. Somerset with its first man into scoring position in the game. Reed didn't lull Trapp to sleep. It almost seemed to work the other way around. Trapp figured it out, guessed correctly, and took off for second. There might have been a chance if De La Rosa had been able to handle the pitch. 1-2 to Pacioli. The offering line drive, base hit through the right side. Trapp is going to be held up at third as Galen is up with it in a hurry. The throw comes all the way through. Pacioli singles into right, going the other way, and here's Somerset with men at first and third. Craig Massey stepping in. Both hits against Reed in the game have gone to the opposite field. Massey's more of a slow roller on the left side to start off the ball game. Pacioli with a smash here. It touched down just shy of the outfield grass on a line drive. Galen played it well, and Trapp had no chance to score. Infield will set up a double play depth, but Pacioli is 15 for 15 stealing bases. Well, Somerset's got this inning set up pretty well. 1-0 Lancaster, but that is being threatened here in the bottom of the third. Nate Reed will go to work. The pitch to Massey is skied down the left field line. A long run, Trayvon Robinson into foul territory through the bullpen, can't get to it. 1 strike on Massey. Last night, Massey had an opportunity in the third inning with a runner at third and 1 out. And he didn't get the ball deep enough into the outfield. A shallow pop fly to Robinson and left. Massey is quite noticeably an opposite field type hitter. 0-1 to him here. Reed will come to the plate, and this is hit high in the air to center field and should be deep enough. Sanford getting behind it to get off a throw. He'll make the catch, and the throw's just going to come into second. They will allow Trapp the score on the sacrifice fly. The Patriots get the run right back. It is 1-1. They have played this inning perfectly. A 1-out walk, a stolen base, a single, and a sac fly. 2 outs, Pacioli the runner at first, and Ramon Flores stepping in. Now you've got to be concerned, just as you had been with the previous batter, that Pacioli is going to take off. 1-1 our score, bottom of the third inning. The walk coming home to roost, and that has been a fairly repetitive theme for the Barnstormers during this skid as well. You keep finding these little things just because the overall picture isn't so bright. Outside and low, 1-0. When everything's clicking on a ball club, when you're scoring a lot of runs, you can sometimes overlook the little peccadillos like a 1-out walk or an error in the field, whatever. But when your team's not scoring, you can't look past those. Throw to first base, Pacioli back in, standing up. Flores at the plate. Ball one and no strikes the count in a 1-1 ball game, lower half of the third inning. Dave Collins with you on a sultry July evening here in central New Jersey. 5:05 tomorrow, remember. We'll be on the air with the Dugout Report, 4:45. We'll try and catch up with Ross as usual on a Sunday. The offering misses and Flores bats 2-0.
Everybody
But you just do not like to see a walk as the first base runner of an inning. Sometimes walks can come in handy, like with Galen in the top of the inning, filling in first base. 2-0 to Flores. There's a ball belted deep to right field. Back it goes, and the walls will not contain it. Somerset's turned this game right around. Ramon Flores, not known for his power, but he takes Reed out. A 2-run home run, a 3-run third inning, and the Patriots have a 3-1 advantage. Can you believe it? Yeah, I can. I've seen it often enough here in Somerset over the years. 2-run home run, and now Alfredo Rodriguez checks in. Rodriguez popped to the second baseman back in the first inning. Ramon Flores, we talked about last night, he had 2 home runs at the major league level, one of them off of Jacob deGrom, so Reed's got good company. Here now is Rodriguez, and he will take ball one off the outside corner. Patriots jump right into the lead here in the bottom of the third, and now the Barnstormers have to catch up against Kubiak. Reed's pitch, ground ball, slapped to third, handled by Coronado. The throw is low, in between hop, handled nicely by Hobson. That will end the inning, but it's a productive one for Somerset. It all started with a walk, 3 runs on 3 hits with no errors, nobody left on base. And at the end of 3, it's the Patriots 3 and the Lancaster Barnstormers 1.
It's time to learn a little bit about recycling.
Like craft beers, local wines? Well, the best place to be in Lancaster then is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, all new for 2018 is the Broken Bat deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat will feature more than 20 local craft breweries and product from 2 local wineries. If something with a little more kick is your adult beverage of choice, a local distillery is part of the Broken Bat as well. Food will be sold off a pub-style menu, so get together, hang out with your friends, make some new ones, and enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
AMP Concert presents Rock at the Park Festival, Saturday, July 21st, featuring sets from Fuel, Eve 6, Sister Hazel, Long Beach Dub All-Stars, Fastball, and more. Rock at the Park, Saturday, July 21st at Clipper Magazine Stadium, Lancaster. Tickets on sale now at rockatthepark.com.
Three runs, 3 hits, no errors, and nobody left on for Somerset. The Barnstormers with 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 3 left on. One of those was Trayvon Robinson, who doubled back in the second. Swings and misses against David Kubiak here. No balls and 1 strike. Robinson and Bortnick with the extra base hits for the Barnstormers tonight, and they are both one-time Somerset Patriots. Interesting coincidence, and that's all it is. Outside for a ball as Robinson had shortened up the bunt. The count is 1-1. Hobson and Coronado will follow in this top of the 4th inning. Barnstormers got the solo home run in the top of the 3rd, a 2-run homer in the bottom of the inning. Breaking ball misses. Robinson bats 2-1. Kubiak does not appear as sharp as he did in Lancaster 3.5 weeks or so ago. Robinson, a little dribbler, spinning back toward the mound. Kubiak will fire and find Curtis. Robinson retreat. That ball had some crazy English on it as it worked its way back toward Kubiak, and the 6'7" right-hander forced to make a pretty good play. Snap throw off balance, getting Trayvon one away here in the fourth. Casey Hobson to the plate. Hobson, a strikeout victim, back in the second inning. 3-1 in favor of Somerset here in the fourth. Hobson digging in. 4 strikeouts for Kubiak in the game. None the second time through the batting order. That's very low. Ball 1, no strikes. KC is given a lot of daylight down the left field line. Ball 2 is inside and low, 2-0. Francoso is basically playing shortstop, and Ramon Flores, the left fielder, is over toward left center. Casey can just, even on a check swing, hit the ball with something on it down the third baseline. He's got a double with ease, but it's easier said than done. Kubiak working 2-0. That's off the outside corner. 3-0. A chance for the Barnstormers maybe to pick up a walk here and use that to build an inning, just like Somerset did in the bottom of the third. Kubiak works 3-0, and Hobson swung on line drive and a base hit into right field. KC with the 1-out single here in the fourth inning, and that was ripped into right. One of the sharper base hits he has had since coming back to Lancaster. Now here is Coronado. Nate line to center back in the second inning. The Barnstormers pick up base hit number 4 off of Kubiak tonight. Well, that's a positive sign. As many hits as they got against him in 7 1/3 the last time. To Coronado, a breaking ball grazes the outside corner for strike 1. Nate batting. Anderson De La Rosa, the catcher, due next. Jermaine Curtis holding Hobson at first base. Swing, ground ball to the shortstop. Should be 2. Rodriguez goes to the second baseman, Massey, for 1. The throw to first. Pulls Tramp off the bag, but he swipes the tag on. 6-4-3 on the double play. The Barnstormers 1-out single goes nowhere. No runs on a hit, no errors, nobody left on base. Bottom of the fourth coming up. Somerset continues to lead 3-1.
You're totally probably safe to ride on your spare for what, 6, maybe 9 months?
Don't trust the wrong advice. Get the right tires at the right price right away. It's what we've been doing at Jack Williams Tire right here in Pennsylvania since our family started this business back in 1929. Because doing things the right way is just the Williams way. Get the right tires right now at jackwilliams.com.
Lancaster Bible College has been around since 1933, but did you know that they offer degrees in much more than just Bible? LBC offers degrees in criminal justice, business, professional counseling, and more, as well as graduate and seminary degrees in areas like Christian care, chaplaincy, education, and leadership studies. To learn more about LBC and the programs they offer, visit lbc.edu. That's lbc.edu. We are heading to the bottom of the fourth inning, and Jermaine Curtis leading off against Nate Reed. Curtis grounded out to second baseman Rico Noel back in the second inning. Leadoff batter here in the home fourth. Curtis to be followed by Jovan Gonzalez and Matt Oberste. 4, 5, and 6 in the order. Reed into his motion, and his delivery is low. Ball one, no strikes. Reed with 1 walk, no strikeouts to this point. 3 hits and 3 runs allowed. Best pitcher in the Atlantic League in the month of May. Things have slowed down for him since. Now he's off the outside corner to go to 2-0. Nate into the motion, and he misses with ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes to Jermaine Curtis. No rain expected, and we really haven't seen much in the way of cloudiness. Called strike on the inside corner, 3-1. We're approaching twilight here at TD Bank Park. 3 balls, 1 strike. Reed into the windup, and the offering ground ball third base, handled by Coronado a bit to his left. Nate fires on. Curtis retired, 1 away here in the fourth inning. Jovan Gonzalez stepping in. He lined it deep right back in the second. We've seen 2 home runs tonight. We have not seen many home runs as of late, home or road. Gonzalez stepping in against Reed. Barnstormers starting pitching, holding its own, but the staff ERA among the starters still relatively high, up around 4.6. And it's innings like we saw in the third tonight that are doing it, called strike. It's 0-1. We cannot seem to get that 7-inning 1-run start out of anybody. We're not having disasters, really, but pitchers have that 1 inning they can't get out of. Last night it was the 6th for Albaladejo. The 3rd tonight for Reed. Called second strike on Gonzalez. It's 0-2. Reed getting the sign from De La Rosa, but Gonzalez decides to back out. Here's the delivery. Breaking ball loops inside. To Gonzalez, it is 1-2. Barnstormers have struck out 18 times in this series. Somerset fan 9 times last night. Not at all in this one. And Gonzalez with a short looper out to right field. Noel racing back and making the catch. Boy, Rico got on his horse after that one. He was well back into right field, and that ball did not have a lot of height to it. Boy, that was a terrific play by Noel. I had to shift my glance around the post, the divider in the window here. And I was watching Galen coming in, figuring Blake didn't have a chance. All of a sudden, Noel raced into my line of sight and made the grab. That was a heck of a play. 2 outs. And here's Oberste. Upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Oberste grounded to Coronado at third, back in the second inning. Patriots are up by a pair here in the fourth. Outside, and that is ball 2. I talked to the coaching staff to say the team is alive and alert in the dugout. The attitudes are fine, but the slump is quite pronounced now. Ball 3 is outside, 3-0. And you see hustle like Noel just turned in on a play like that. You know this team is still there. They're still into it. They're not playing lackadaisically. There's a strike. It is 3-1, but the performance just isn't quite there right now. And hopefully that switch will get turned back on. And we'll start seeing the play we saw in May. Strike 2 to the inside corner, 3-2. The count on Oberste. Barnstormers are 5-11 in their last 16. That's pretty much coincidental with the team batting slump. Swinging a foul back, 3-2 on the designated hitter Oberstein. Check that 5-10 in the last 15. Gave one too many losses. I think it's Sugarland, but 5-10 in the last 15. They won 1-0 in the first game of this 16-game drought. Bouncer foul into the Lancaster dugout, and it's still 3-2 on Oberste, who came to Somerset out of the New York Mets organization. Reed again will deal a payoff pitch, and the pitch count for Nate is growing here in this fourth inning. The offering is low. He gives up the 2-out walk, and Francoso will step in. Reed's now walked 2 without a strikeout. And that's something that to some extent is a concern. If you remember, during the 12-game winning streak, the starting pitchers were averaging better than a strikeout an inning and not walking many batters. And that has reversed itself over the last month or so. Oberste, not a guy I would think you have to concern yourself with too much on the bases. Francoso stepping in, he grounded out to Noel, leading off the third inning. 2 outs and the runner on, Reed to the plate, and Francoso will look at a strike. It is 0-1. Unofficially, Nate now at 64 pitches for the ball game. Francoso batting 0-1. The next delivery, grounded again to Noel. Easy pickup for the second baseman. Throw across will end the inning. 4-3 is the conversion. That ends the top of the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and for the first time in the game, Somerset strands a base runner. We'll head to the top half of the fifth. It's the Patriots 3 and the Barnstormers 1.
Localflavor.com, local flavor, localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Anderson De La Rosa gets set to lead off the Lancaster half of the fifth inning. He struck out back in the third, one of the 4 for David Kubiak so far tonight, and in fact, the 4th out of the 4. Tyler Bortnick and Darian Sanford will follow. Barnstormers trailing by 2 here. Kubiak into the motion. De La Rosa makes contact and elevates a ball out to right field. Easy play for Justin Trapp. Back just a couple of steps. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 5th. And Bortnick will step in. Tyler responsible for the Barnstormers run tonight. A home run clearing the boards out in left field. 5 on the season for Bortnick. And tonight he's playing shortstop. Largely he's been playing third. And Tyler knows this game pretty well and knows that if you're going to climb the ladder as a third baseman, you've got to display some pop in the bat, and he's been able to do that. Kubiak ready to go. Bortnick tries to bunt his way on, pops it up foul. Gonzalez unable to get back to it. No balls and a strike. We're in the top of the 5th tonight here at TD Bank Park. Elsewhere in the Atlantic League, Long Island saw York pull off a rout last night and thought, hey, that's not such a bad idea. The Ducks lead 9-1 in the bottom of the 5th this evening. Road Warriors are up 2-0 at Sugar Land in the bottom of the 5th. Let me do a quick check on that and see if it's our buddy, Mr. Caceres, with the honors. Man, he was awfully good, that no-hitter. No, it's Brandon Vargas. Breaking ball, good for a strike. Bortnick bats 1 and 2 with Sanford waiting on deck. Kubiak likes to work pretty quickly. Here's the motion. And a Bortnick breaking ball. Tyler just gets a piece to stay in there. Southern Maryland's up 4-3 over the New Britain Bees. That is in the top of inning 5. So we're all in the 5th inning around the Atlantic League. When this game started at the same time as they did in Sugar Land and later than the other two. Here comes the 1-2 again to Bortnick. That is off the inside part of the plate, though Gonzalez certainly wanted it. 2-2 on Kubiak. Judging by Kubiak's slow pacing back to the back of the rubber and now on top again, looks like he thought he had that one as well. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The wind and a Bortnick breaking ball. This too is errant. Bortnick goes to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Somerset up 3-1. Top of the 5th inning. David Kubiak into the windup and the pitch. He is low. Bortnick works out a walk very nicely. A couple of very good takes for Tyler on the AB. Barnstormers with a base runner. The second walk issued by Kubiak in the game. Sanford stepping in. Darian is grounded to short and reached on an infield base hit on a dribbler up the first base line. That's what Sanford can do. He also has 1 stolen base tonight. His 42nd of the season. Moves into 2nd place on the all-time steals list ahead of Blake Galen. Michael Wood's 4th. He'll be caught by Rico Noel eventually. Throw to first base. Bortnick checked there. Tyler has stolen 11 and been caught 5 times. Curtis holds the runner, and another throw is delivered in his direction. The Barnstormers down by 2. If they're going to run, it could be on a hit and run, possibly. You could also see, and I love the play, a bunt and run, but you've got to be careful to get that ball down. And there is the bunt, but it's hit too hard at Curtis. Sanford tries to dive around the tag. He comes up short of the bag. He was tagged by Curtis to begin with. So Sanford is out, 3 unassisted over at first base on the bunt. Rico Noel will step in. A lot of scorers will still be generous there and give the sacrifice. It is not an absolute necessity.
Second baseman, Rico Noel.
In any event, Bortnick's ahead to second with 2 outs, and here is Rico. And no sacrifice. Construed that he was bunting for a base hit. Breaking ball is good for a strike. It is 0-1 to Noel. Now that's up to the discretion of the scorekeeper, and I can't argue it. Given the situation, a lot of scorers will still give the sacrifice, and it's up to them. Noel swings and misses at a breaking ball. He's down 0-2. The Barnstormers have had a base runner in every inning but the first, and they've had a man to second base now 3 times in the game, but haven't been able to get that base hit to drive in the run. There. Right now, 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. To Noel, it bends low. Ball 1, 2 strikes the count. That was the 71st pitch for Kubiak in the game. Reed has thrown officially 67 through 4 innings. Bortnick leads off second to Noel. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A chopper toward first. It stays fair right at the bag. Handled by Curtis. And again, Kubiak is out of the inning. For the Barnstormers, no runs, no hits, no errors. They leave a base runner in scoring position at the end of 4.5, halfway through regulation. Somerset leads by a 3-1 score.
The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
We can't help but always want more, especially on the road. More horsepower, heightened handling, elevated design. Get more out of your drive with a Lexus IS. Bold styling, track-tuned handling, available 311 horsepower. Experience the exhilaration of the IS350 and IS300. Available in F-Sport and all-wheel drive. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
Enjoy weekends with the Barnstormers all season long. Every Friday evening home game will feature a different giveaway ranging from t-shirts to beach towels to backpacks. On Saturdays, enjoy the best entertainment doubleheader there is with Barnstormers baseball followed by fireworks. Sundays are fun days at the ballpark. Get autographs from some of your favorite Barnstormers players and play catch on the field before the game. Once the game is over, it's a Domino's Pizza Kids base run. Call 717-509-HITS to order your tickets or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. And we'll see you at the ballpark. Justin Trapp leads off the bottom of the 5th inning. He walked and eventually scored on the sacrifice fly by Craig Massey, tying the game in the bottom of the 3rd. And after that, it was Ramon Flores with his first Atlantic League home run, giving the Patriots the 3-1 lead, which still holds. Nate Reed into his motion and a trap. Foul ball back into the screen. 0-1. Night has fallen here in Somerset.
In the New York Life Grand Slam inning, if we hit a
Last night, a 2-1 Somerset win. The Patriots are up 3-1 tonight. Their starting pitching has become the dominant force here. Ripped foul. Glenn Barker ordinarily will handle balls hit his way, but this one too hot for him to even contemplate. He did niftily get out of the way. It is 0-2 on Trapp. Reed back into the motion, and he got him to chase it. A swing and a miss. The first strikeout for Nate in the ball game. He went off speed on Trapp, down and away, and Trapp fell for the trap. We've got 1 out. Justin Pacioli will step in. Pacioli a base hit in the 3rd inning, and he would score on the home run by Flores. This, again, is a Somerset Patriots story. Pacioli from Northeast PA, closer to Somerset than he is to Lancaster. He signs here. He had just 1 short season of play under his belt, and he has just fit a niche here the past couple of seasons. A good defensive player, base runner, and can make his contributions at the plate as well. First pitch strike, it is 0-1. Somerset seems to have this formula, but it's different now than it used to be when Sparky ran this team. And even in the early days of Brett Jody, you thought of Somerset as bashers, swinging a foul ball back. It's 0-2. But that's not the way Brett has played it the last couple of years. He builds these teams around role players, guys that can play 2 or 3 different positions, shift between the infield and the outfield. They run the bases well, and they're contact hitters. This team, the 3rd inning notwithstanding, is not going to hit a lot of home runs. The Pacioli 0-2, and that's back-to-back strikeouts for Reed. Pacioli down looking, 6 pitches, 6 strikes for Nate here in the 5th. Turning the lineup over, Craig Massey steps in. Massey has grounded a single into left, and he's driven in a run with a sacrifice fly. Reed has 53 strikeouts now for the year, 296 as a Barnstormer. He's within 29 of Ross. for the all-time lead. Pitch breaks into the zone. 0-1 to Massey. Lancaster does have some movement down in the bullpen. David Ruckert has the gear on, warming somebody up. Fouled away, but not exactly in a hurry since Reed has thrown 8 pitches for 8 strikes this inning. But the 5th may be the end of the road for Nate. 2 outs, nobody on base, 2 strikes to Massey. Reed into his windup, and the breaking ball chopped back to the hill. What a pretty inning for Nate Reed. Throw to first, and it's 1-2-3 on 9 pitches, 2 strikeouts and a comebacker. The Patriots go away in a hurry, and we will go to the top of the 6th inning with Somerset still up by a score of 3-1.
I'm a meal delivery engineer, a server, and I love it. But now, with Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery, this place is livelier than 2-for-1 app night. See, while I guide my guests from nachos to gnocchi, they're picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and goes with everything on the menu, except maybe the 4-alarm fries. Stay away from those. Keno, it's here. Play it at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Enjoy a weeknight with the Barnstormers and leave with your wallet largely intact. Come on out on Munchie Mondays for all you can eat nachos, dogs, fries, popcorn, and soda for 2 hours. Or how about Koozie Tuesdays, where fans of legal age can enjoy $2 domestic drafts from 6:30 to 8. Bring your dog on Wiener Wednesdays and enjoy delicious dollar dogs as well. Or on Thrifty Thursday, popcorn is just $1, sodas are $2, and lawn seats are only $3. Call 717-509-HITS to order your tickets or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. And we'll see you at the ballpark. Here's Blake Galen starting off the 6th inning. Blake has struck out and walked so far tonight. Barnstormers down by a pair. As I say, 3 of the last 4 innings, they have left a runner at second base. 3-1 the score. David Kubiak into his windup, and to Galen. It bends well inside and low. Ball 1, no strikes. Castile and Robinson will follow in this 6th inning. Kubiak's allowed 4 hits. He has walked 2. Galen has backed away for a moment, and he's chatting with the home plate umpire, Silvio Martinez, and about what? I'm not sure. David Kubiak ready to go. Next pitch poured onto the outside corner. That was a fastball. It is 1-1 to Galen. Barnstormers have not gotten the leadoff man on in any inning tonight. Ball 2 is outside, 2-1. That's part of the reason the offense has been difficult to build. They've had a 1-out man reach 4 innings in a row. To Galen, here's the 2-1. Breaking ball popped up into the twilight. The third baseman, Francoso, coming in. He'll call off Gonzalez, the catcher, and make the grab. Galen fouls out. The leadoff man retired for the 6th straight inning. Here's Ryan Castile, who is 0 for 2. Last night, the Barnstormers only got the leadoff man on once. That was Sanford in the 8th inning, and he did score the lone Lancaster run. So part of this whole misadventure offensively is that leadoff man getting retired inning after inning after inning. Lancaster has not been able to get its offense ignited. Now to Castile. First pitch missing the outside corner, though not by much. It is ball 1, no strikes to Ryan. I'll run you through the major league scores here as we have the opportunity. Kubiak back with the 1-0. Castile bounces it foul toward third. Ross with the play. And it's 1-1. The Rangers and the Orioles are scoreless into the 5th inning. The New York Yankees struck for 3 runs in the 1st inning. So far, that's holding 3-2 over Cleveland into the 5th. to Castile. A lot harder right at the feet of Ross, and this time he just decides, I'm going to step out of the way. Angels up 3-2 through 3.5 innings against the Dodgers in the heart of the city. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Ryan Castile. Kubiak will bring it home, and this is lifted to right toward the corner. A long way to go for Trapp, and he's going to pull up short on that as it lands out of play. Castile continuing to bat at a ball and 2 strikes. St. Louis is up 2-1 over Cincinnati. They're in the top half of the 7th. Earlier today, Pittsburgh a winner at home, 2-1 over Milwaukee. Red Sox got a walk-off grand slam from Xander Bogaerts today, beating Toronto 6-2 in 10 innings. Breaking ball is low. Castile batting 2-2 here. Tampa Bay put up 19 runs at Target Field, 19-6 over the host Twins. Kansas City shut out the White Sox 5-0. Castile looks at the 2-2, and that is called strike 3. 5th strikeout for Kubiak, his first since the 3rd inning. And with 2 men down, Trayvon Robinson will come in. Robinson has a double and a tap back to the hill, 1 out of 2 in the ballgame tonight. Houston behind Garrett Cole beat up on Detroit 9-1. Diamondbacks 3 and the Braves nothing. Zach Greinke with shutout baseball today. Marlins beat the Phils 2-0. Aaron Nola, tough luck loss. Quality start though. The Robinson inside. Ball 1, no strikes. Mets beat the Nats 7-2. Another game in the doubleheader. The Pirates swept that doubleheader. They beat the Brewers 6-2 in the other game. Inside and low, and completely butchered by Yovan Gonzalez. Didn't matter. That ball hit off his shin guard. 2-0. Later on, the Cubs are at the Padres, Oakland at San Francisco, and Seattle at Colorado. A rundown of the Major League scores here. It's 3-1 Somerset, top of the 6th. And to Trayvon Robinson. Breaking ball stays outside. Robinson has a shot at a walk. Casey Hobson waits on deck. Kubiak has walked 2. Here's a 3-0. And Robinson will look at it and take a strike. It is 3-1. Last night, Rick Teasley threw 6 shutout innings. Kubiak has been tagged for the Bortnick home run tonight, but other than that, he's pitched brilliantly. The Robinson 3-1 sails outside, ball 4. Trayvon picks up the 2-out walk. Kubiak issues his 3rd. Now Hobson will check in. Casey blistered a single into right field back in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Barnstormers get a runner on now for the 5th consecutive inning. And this is the first time out of that they've had to wait for 2 outs. But they need something dramatic to happen offensively. Robinson the runner. Hobson digging in. KC with a modified shift on against him. The pitch from Kubiak is swung on and tagged out the center, but right there is Pacioli to make the catch. It ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and the Barnstormers strand 1. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Somerset continues to lead 3-1.
Learn from the pros right here in Lancaster. The Lancaster Barnstormers are offering 2 3-day-long youth clinics this summer with instruction on pitching, hitting, fielding, and base running. Each session, led by veteran professional players, will last from 9 until noon with lunch to follow. Choose from June 19th to 21st or July 24th to 26th. So learn what it takes to succeed on the field and off. Call the Barnstormers office at 717-509-HITS or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. Space is limited. Act now.
Introducing the all-new Lexus RX 350L, designed for room. Room for a power-folding 3rd row. Room for up to 7. And room for the unexpected. The 3-row RXL. It's the RX with room for more. Experience the innovative RXL and RXL hybrid. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
RX 450HL arriving spring 2018.
Left fielder Ramon Flores.
Ramon Flores leads off the bottom of the sixth. He connected against Nate Reed back in the third. The only tough inning Nate has had so far tonight. 2-run home run, and that's the difference in the ball game so far. Flores 1 for 2 in the game. He flied to left his first time up. The motion by Reed and the pitch. There's a fly ball again out to left field, curling back nicely to Trayvon Robinson. 1 pitch, 1 out, bottom of the sixth. Alfredo Rodriguez, the shortstop, coming in. He is 0 for 2. Reed has allowed 5 base runners, but 3 of them in that third inning, including the home run. This similar story to last night for Jonathan Albaladejo, who was brilliant going into the sixth, gave up 2 runs there. To Rodriguez, the pitch doesn't bite back to the outside corner. Ball 1, no strikes. And Reed serves one in at the knees. 1-1 the count. Lancaster has some activity down in the bullpen. Looks like Steven Johnson warming up. 1-1 popped up with a wave of the bat. Second baseman Noel back for the grab. 2 up and 2 down. And it's going by pretty easily here in the bottom of the sixth for Nate Reed. So with 1 more out, Reed can record a quality start. 2 games here this weekend. The starting pitching has not been the issue, but it's tough to score on Somerset here. We mentioned their staff ERA in their own ballpark, 2.67. Barnstormers put 11 on the board here the first game of the season between these 2 ball clubs, and it was a shock. Inside for a ball, 1-0, the count on Jermaine Curtis. Reed would post his second quality start of the year. Low and away for ball 2, 2-0. Jovan Gonzalez is due next.
Scott Belmont, Noah Belmont, Belmont Park. Those fans, please go to customer service.
2 balls, no strikes. Reed brings it home, and it's ball 3. All of a sudden, with 2 outs here, the strike zone vanishes. Reed threw 9 pitches, all for strikes last inning. You got 2 strikeouts, and on a 0-2 pitch, Craig Massey bounced back to the hill, an easy 1 hopper. He was on a similar course here in the sixth, and now 3-0 to Curtis. Make it ball 4. 2 out base runner. That's a puzzle. It'll bring on Gonzalez, who is lined to right field and popped to second base on what was really a brilliant play by Rico Noel back in the 4th inning. That was a sensational catch Rico made. The fact that he got back there on that play was amazing. 2 outs with Curtis, the base runner. We'll see if he takes off here. They're 1 for 2 stealing bases in the game. Barnstormers are 1 out of 1. Reed to the plate, and he misses with the 5th consecutive pitch. Ball 1 is low on Gonzalez. 1-0, and Reed may not get through this 6th inning. Albaladejo ran into the same wall at the same time last night, 5 2/3 innings, and could not throw a strike after that. Walked 2 in a row, forcing home the 2nd run. Here's a 1-0. Gonzalez does look at a strike now, and it's 1-1. Gonzalez picked up the walk to force in that 2nd run in the 6th inning last night. Albaladejo had, going into that inning, allowed 2 hits and no walks. 2 more hits, 3 walks in the 6th, and that was enough for Somerset. 1-1 to Jovan Gonzalez here. Curtis, not much of a lead off first. Ball 2 is taken inside. 2-1 the count. On the right-handed batting Gonzalez, who pretty much will catch every day for Somerset, though I don't know with the first half title in tow if they're going to push him that much. You'll see Alfonso Rada from time to time. He's their bullpen catcher who's active, swing and a miss. 2-2 as Gonzalez was fooled by an off-speed offering from Nate Reed. They have the luxury of doing that. That's the biggest benefit of winning the first half, is you get to rest players as needed. 2-2, Curtis inching out toward the edge of the grass. Reed won't throw over. The pitch is outside. Gonzalez gets to a full count, 3-2. Matt Oberste, the designated hitter, is due on deck. Now we know Curtis is running at 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the man at first here in the 6th inning. The Barnstormers down 3-1, so they can ill afford to give up anything else. Gonzalez awaiting the 3-2. Curtis is free to go. Hobson drops off the pitch, line down the right field side and foul into the Somerset bullpen. It will stay 3 balls and 2 strikes. Barnstormers do not come back here this year during the regular season. It's amazing that we're done in this ballpark, tomorrow being the 15th of July. 2 more trips to Southern Maryland, 2 to New Britain, 1 to Long Island, 1 to Sugar Land. Those will be the same trip, and 1 set in York. And that's it for the road this year. Curtis will be taking off again. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jovan Gonzalez. There goes the runner. The pitch is skied down the right field line. Going back is Hobson into foul territory, leaning into the seats and runs out of room. Gonzalez keeps us in suspense at 3-2. This was a very quick inning for the first 2 batters. Flores fly to left, and Rodriguez popped the second on a total of 4 pitches. But it is ground to a halt with 2 outs.
Friday, August 3rd.
11 pitches have gone by since then. The 4-pitch walk to Curtis. Gonzalez on his 8th pitch right now, 3-2. With 2 outs, Curtis takes off again. The pitch is fouled to the screen. And we will do it once more. Great at bat for Jovan Gonzalez. Nate Reed continues to battle him. 3-1 in favor of Somerset, bottom of the 6th inning. Curtis takes off again. Line drive right at the shortstop, Bortnick. Tyler with the catch to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and the runner left. We're through 6 here at TD Bank Park. It is Somerset 3 and Lancaster 1.
It's time for the T-Mobile 7th inning.
Like craft beers, local wines? Well, the best place to be in Lancaster then is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, all new for 2018 is the Broken Bat deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat will feature more than 20 local craft breweries and product from 2 local wineries. If something with a little more kick is your adult beverage of choice, a local distillery is part of the Broken Bat as well. Food will be sold off a pub-style menu, so get together, hang out with your friends, make some new ones, and enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
AMT Concerts presents Rock at the Park Festival, Saturday, July 21st, featuring sets from Fuel, Eve 6, Sister Hazel, Long Beach Dub All-Stars, fastball, and more. Rock at the Park, Saturday, July 21st at Clipper Magazine Stadium, Lancaster. Tickets on sale now at rockatthepark.com.
Sponsor prizes when he or she walks through the gate.
3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left for Somerset. The Barnstormers with a run on 4 hits, no errors, and 5 runners stranded. Nate Coronado, Anderson De La Rosa, and Tyler Bortnick will bat against David Kubiak, who comes back out for his 7th inning of work. He hasn't been quite as sharp tonight as he was the last time the Barnstormers faced him, but the results have been almost the same. 4 hits and 2 walks and 7 1/3 that game. 4 hits, 3 walks through 6 innings tonight. Here's Coronado. He is lined to center and grounded into a double play. The Barnstormers have had a base runner 5 innings in a row. The only time they've scored was on the home run by Bortnick back in the 3rd. Here's the motion. And to Coronado, he jumps back out of the way. Ball 1, no strikes. And as we have described, part of that is because the Barnstormers have not had a leadoff man reach base in the game, and only once in the series that runner has scored. Big looping curveball in there for a called strike on Coronado. I don't recall Kubiak having thrown that pitch yet tonight, but he delivers it for a strike. Now here's the 1-1. There it is again. This time swung at and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nate. Kubiak has all the tricks. This is a guy who does not have a wealth of experience at high levels, but he's been very good in this league. Foul ball back into the screen. We continue with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nate. Hit the ball hard his first time up. A handy double play the second go around. Now here's the 1-2. Fly ball right field. Easy play for Justin Trapp. Back a couple of steps, in a few. He makes the catch. Coronado's retired for the first out. Here's De La Rosa, who has struck out and fly to right. Kubiak pitched briefly in the Tampa Bay organization and then was picked up by the Yankees out of Bridgeport and went to Double-A Trenton for 3 appearances back in 2016. He was 5-10 last year for the Patriots, but a complete turnaround this season after starting the year and struggling in Mexico through 3 starts. The pitch is high and outside. Ball 1 to De La Rosa. Bortnick waiting on deck. Lancaster down by 2 here in the 7th inning. And again, the number of outs is dwindling. The 1-0 pitch. Anderson gets ball 2 outside and low, 2-0. Meanwhile, Lancaster with action again in the bullpen. Nate Reed probably done. He will, if that is the case, get his 2nd quality start of the year. 2 balls and nothing. Kubiak ready to go, and a strike dealt to the inside corner on Anderson. He came up with the elbows, got out of the way, but the fastball called a strike. Barnstormers still have not gotten a leadoff man on base on the night. Here's a 2-1. De La Rosa swings and hits the ball well to right field, but playable. Trapp will retreat to make the catch for out number 2, and this inning is up to Bortnick. Tyler with a home run and a walk so far.
And recruiting company. With industry experts and everything from software development to project managers.
The Barnstormers, again, they're not being manhandled at the plate, but base hits are so crazily few and far between. The last one was Hobson's line single into right back in the 4th inning. Bortnick digs in with 2 outs and the base is empty. Kubiak to the plate. There's it for a strike. It's 0-1. 98 pitches dealt by Kubiak in the game. To Bortnick, the 0-1 pitch has a wrinkle on it, swung on and missed. It is no balls and 2 strikes. But it's getting to the point, and believe me, this is not a shock to say this, it's getting to the point where Ross has to do something. and he knows it. No balls, 2 strikes. Exactly what form it will take, we do not know. But the offensive drought has simply gone on too long. 0-2. The count on Bortnick. Kubiak peers in, gets the sign from Jovan Gonzalez, and they still can't get together. And they're going to have to discuss matters and do so very quickly. And Silvio Martinez did not go out there, but the word was incredibly quick. No timeout charged. 0-2 to Bortnick. 2 outs, nobody on base here in the top of the 7th. Kubiak delivers, and that's ball 1, inside and low. Bortnick was behind in the count in the 5th inning and eventually worked out a walk. It didn't lead to much. Here's the 1-2, outside and low. We get to 2 balls and 2 strikes. David Kubiak has cleared 100 pitches for the game tonight. Doesn't really seem to matter. He's got some durability. He threw 112 and 2/3 innings last year for the Patriots. By the pitch, and we'll head to first base. Martinez raced out to make sure that there would be no kind of an altercation there. I don't know if there had been anything uttered down on the field or not, but it would be a silly moment to be throwing at somebody. That brings Sanford to the plate as the tying run. Darian is 1 for 3 tonight. And remains as the only Barnstormer with 2 hits in the series. Bortnick on base. And gunning a throw over there is Kubiak. Sanford 2 hits. Galen, Castile, Robinson, Hobson, Bortnick, and Frias with 1 each. 8 hits in 15 and 2/3 innings. To Sanford, swing and a miss, and it knocked the mask off of Jovan Gonzalez. Must have been fouled back. Mask came right on off the head of the catcher. 1 strike to Sanford, trying to add to the inning. Darian, of course, not the guy you look to tie up the game on his own right now. He's the guy you want leading off an inning, not the guy you want as the tying run at the plate with 2 outs. Sanford will pop it up. The third baseman, Francoso, into foul ground, just onto the apron, makes the catch, and another runner left on by the Barnstormers. No runs, no hits, no errors. They strand 1. It's 6 for the ball game at the 7th inning stretch. Somerset leads 3-1.
Stretch out. It's time for tonight's 7th.
You're totally probably safe to ride on your spare for what, 6, maybe 9 months?
Don't trust the wrong advice. Get the right tires at the right price right away. It's what we've been doing at Jack Williams Tire right here in Pennsylvania since our family started this business back in 1929. Because doing things the right way is just the Williams way. Get the right tires right now at jackwilliams.com.
Lancaster Bible College has been around since 1933, but did you know that they offer degrees in much more than just Bible? LBC offers degrees in criminal justice, business, professional counseling, and more, as well as graduate and seminary degrees in areas like Christian care, chaplaincy, education, and leadership studies. To learn more about LBC and the programs they offer, visit lbc.edu. That's lbc.edu. Bottom of the 7th inning, it's 3-1 Somerset, and the Patriots lineup will now have to deal with Steven Johnson, the lanky right-hander from Austin, Texas. Quality start for Nate Reed tonight. But the number that you really need to look at with Reed is he allowed only 6 base runners in 6 innings. However, 3 of those runners came in the 3rd, and they all scored. 3 hits, 3 walks. And Reed struck out 2. They were in consecutive fashion back in the 5th inning. Now, Johnson, the last reliever to give up a run, and that was unearned. Prior to the All-Star break, the Barnstormers have gotten 15 2/3 scoreless innings out of their bullpen since that time. Steven taking over in this 7th inning. He is facing Matt Oberste leading off. Oberste, the designated hitter tonight. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Defense fanned out against the right-handed batter is Johnson. Still to throw his first pitch. 3/4 right-hander, brings it home. Fastball is up. And ball 1 on Oberste. Steven is 1-0 in 25 appearances. His ERA is 1.42. He's given up 10 runs, but only 4 of them have been earned in 25 1/3 innings. He has fallen victim to his defense, and 2 of those earned runs came in his first appearance of the year at York, and it was set up on a double that Keenan Walker had a glove on, and it could have been called an error. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Oberste. Mike Francoso and Justin Trapp will follow. The Barnstormers begin to work a left-hander down in their bullpen. And we know for sure now it's not John Anderson. He's been charting tonight. 1-1. Johnson to the plate. Partial swing. You went too far. Make it strike 2. Johnson has walked 12. He has struck out 27. He's got filthy stuff. One ball, 2 strikes. Johnson ready to go. And to Oberste, slider swung on and ripped foul, hooking to the barrier right down by the tarp over on the third base side. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes on Oberste. Talked last night about how he makes his home near Binghamton, where he played Double-A in the Mets organization. One, two, the continuing count. Defenders are deep against this right-handed batter. The pitch cut on and missed. The sidearm slider got him. Oberste gone on strikes, 1 away. Mike Francoso will step in. He is 0 for 2. Johnson right now trying to give his ball club a chance. It seems like that's a broken record right now. A 2-1 loss last night. The pitching staff did its job. Tonight it is 3-1. Each night, 1 tough inning for the starting pitcher. And that's been it. Otherwise, the starters have more or less run the table. Francoso stands in, left-handed batter against the right-handed 3/4 throwing Steven Johnson. First pitch here. Hangs up high and outside. Ball 1, no strikes. Johnson's a guy we're all somewhat surprised hasn't been snagged by a major league organization to this point. 1-0 pitch, fastball good for a strike. 1-1, the count on Francoso. Reed got him to hit 2 easy ground balls to Rico Noel. And I mean easy. I think it's Jared Lakend down in the bullpen, but in the shadows and throwing this way. To Francoso, 1-1, beaten foul up the first base line. Johnson has control of the at-bat at 1-2. Game 3 tomorrow. Again, it's 5:05. Brooks Hall with the start for the Barnstormers. He is 6-2. Corey Reardon 3-3 for the Somerset Patriots. The Barnstormers are off Monday and will kick off a very quick 4-game series against York on Tuesday. We'll play 4 games in under 48 hours. It's about 44 hours to get 4 games in. It's going to be a lot of baseball in a short period of time. Make sure you're part of it. Foul ball back.
50-50.
Still 1-2. We have something going on between games of the doubleheader on Tuesday night about trying to set the world's record for most first pitches being thrown at the same time. I'm curious to see exactly how that's going to work. So be there. You can be a witness. We need witnesses. Still 1-2 on Mike Francoso here. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 7th inning. Johnson to the plate. That's just fouled back. Francoso remains in.
Beer and alcohol sales will conclude at the finish of the 7th inning. Once again, all beer and alcohol sales.
Noel, Galen, and Castile are scheduled in the 8th inning, and they're getting a lefty. Southpaw warming up in the bullpen. Figured Kubiak probably done for the night at 104 pitches, but again, a brilliant outing for the right-hander. One and two again due to Francoso. That is ball 2 off the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It looks more like Antonini than Hutchinson. I haven't picked up the number, but their arm slots are different. Both have been very good in this league. 2-2. Francoso swings and lifts a pop fly way up there out the shallow right center field. Not as shallow as I thought. It carried a little, but easy play for Darian Sanford out in center. 2 up, 2 down. Here is Justin Trapp, who was walked and struck out, but that walk back in the 3rd inning led to the undoing of Nate Reed tonight. Just a quick 3-run burst in a span of 4 batters. And other than that, Reed pretty much controlled the ball game. Walk, a stolen base, a single, a sacrifice fly, and a home run. And Lancaster has not been able to recover from that. First pitch, slider in for a strike, and Trapp's knees buckle. 0-1. 2 more chances for the Barnstormers in this game. Johnson brings it home, slider again. This one off the plate to the outside, but chased by Trapp. It's 0-2. Boy, those have been back-to-back filthy pitches from Steven Johnson, former 4th-round pick of the San Francisco Giants. Here's the 0-2, fastball up and in. A check swing by Trapp. He did hold. Ball 1 and 2 strikes. First couple of times I saw Johnson in spring training, I thought, I like his stuff, but he's erratic. And he started the season a little bit shaky, but man, he has just become so good. Ball 1, 2 strikes. And he fires just either low or just away, and a 2-2 count. Speaking of the bullpen, Kevin Munson is all right. He came out last night without ever throwing a pitch. His hamstring tightened up a little bit, but nothing major. 2-2. The count to Trapp. That is swung on and missed. Brilliant inning for Steven Johnson here in the 7th. 2 strikeouts for Steven. Nothing across. We're at the end of 7. And it's still a 3-1 Somerset lead.
By the sound of the horn, you know what time it is. That's right there.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me. Are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
One of those frustrating nights for the Lancaster Barnstormers. They're down by 2 going into the 8th inning, and you wonder how it is that they're down by 2 runs. The Barnstormers with 4 hits to Somerset's 3. The Barnstormers with 8 base runners to Somerset's 6. Each side with a home run. The Barnstormers have a double, and yet Somerset leads the game 3-1. And you look at it, it was the 3rd inning. The only time that the Patriots have done anything against Lancaster pitching tonight, but in that span of 4 batters, they produced the 3 runs. The Barnstormers have the home run by Bortnick. That is all. Rico Noel steps in. He's 0 for 3. Lancaster tonight 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Somerset is, get this, 1 for 1. To Noel, a fastball from Antonini sails upstairs. Ball 1 and no strikes. Mike Antonini has been a tremendous reliever for Somerset. He's from Aston, Pennsylvania, 32 years of age, 6'3", 210 pounds. He misses again to Noel. And Rico stands in, batting at 2 balls and no strikes. Antonini 2-2 with a 1.69 ERA. He's given up only 13 hits in 26 2/3 innings. He's walked 8, and he has struck out 28. To Noel, here's the 2-0. Rico's going to let it go, and it's taken for a strike, 2-1. David Kubiak went 7 innings, 4 hits and a run, walked 3, struck out 5. Tyler Bortnick, the man he couldn't get. Bortnick reached base every time up. To Noel, here's the 2-1. He pushes a bunt toward first. Can he get around Curtis? No. Jermaine Curtis, with a terrific play, dove and actually missed the tag. The diving try missed the tag. And Noel safe at first on the bunt single. Curtis dove after Rico, and from my angle, it looked good, but very quickly, the first base umpire, Frank Urilli, was on it and said, no, he didn't get him. Noel is on. Here's Galen. Blake 0 for 2 with a walk. I like what I'm seeing out of Noel in this game. I mean, he may only have that as his 1 hit, but he's been a very active player. Antonini to Galen. Blake with a swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. The Barnstormers have to build on this. They have the leadoff man aboard for the first time in the game, just the 2nd time in the series. And the other time they got their leadoff man aboard, he scored. Ball loose from the Barnstormers bullpen, thrown back down that way by Josh Bell. 1 strike to Galen. Castile on deck, and then Robinson. Lancaster down by a pair here in the 8th inning. The set, and to Galen, it's fouled away. 2 quick strikes from Antonini. Noel pushed that bunt a little bit too hard. It gave Curtis, the first baseman, the opportunity. And that's why they don't let us umpire from the press box, because I thought that diving attempt got Noel, but it wasn't the case. Vladimir Frias out coaching first base with Josh Bell over at third. Lancaster needs Frias back in the lineup every day. Upstairs for a ball 1 and 2, but that foot just will not heal up entirely. It's a very pesky ailment. Kevin Aarons battled it for quite a while a couple seasons ago. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to Galen. Noel leads off first. Antonini will throw that way. Rico's back in standing. Only 1 stolen base for the Barnstormers tonight. Darian Sanford had that back in the 3rd inning. You've got to get runners on base, and you've got to either be tied or in the lead for that base running game really to go full throttle. Down by 2, you could still go here in the 8th inning. It's just a little tougher to justify it. Not that that held Sanford back last night. Another throw to first, and again, Noel is back in standing. Galen bats, 1 ball, 2 strikes as the potential tying run here in the 8th inning. Blake has a double, and he's walked twice in this current series. One ball, 2 strikes. Antonini looking toward first. And again, he's going to fire to first. A little more on it, but Noel still back in standing up. Rico with 33 stolen bases this year. He swiped 36 last year. Sanford and Noel are going to live in infamy in Barnstormers lore years to come. Pitch is outside. Noel goes. The throw down does not have him. He picked his spot, and Rico Noel has stolen base number 34. Well, the Barnstormers will stay right about the league record pace, but eventually they're going to have another 4 or 5 stolen base game in order to get there. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Galen. Runner moving into scoring position. That keeps Lancaster out of the double play and makes the second run and a 1-run game a little bit more likely. Galen bats 2 and 2. Antonini to the belt, looking back to Rico. And the pitch is popped up, foul ground, right side. That will hook out a play. No chance for Jermaine Curtis. Galen continues to bat at 2 and 2. At the minimum here, the Barnstormers are looking for either Galen or Castile to pick up an RBI base hit and get the tying run on base. Not only get 1 run closer, but get that tying run on. 2 and 2 to Galen. A look back at Noel. He bluffs, doesn't go. Ball 3 is over the helmet of Blake Galen. 3 balls, 2 strikes is Antonini rushing a little bit because of the presence of Noel. That's what he and Darian do. 76 stolen bases between them. Three balls, 2 strikes to Blake, trying to add to the inning, facing a left-hander, and we said earlier that Blake has been better against left-handed pitching. Antonini focusing in to the belt, and the 3-2 offering is strike 3 called on the inside corner, and Galen knew it. He goes down looking, 6th strikeout for Somerset pitching in the game. Here's Castile, who is 0 for 3.
Number 3, Ryan Castillo.
3rd Barnstormer to go down on a called 3rd strike on the night. 1 man down, and Castile steps in. The Barnstormers are now 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position in the game. Shortstop Rodriguez very deep here and playing in the hole. The pitch to Castile sinks down and away. Ball 1 and nothing. Trayvon Robinson's on deck, and well, you know his history in the late innings, though that was late May, early June. Not so much as of late. The left-hander continues to throw in the Barnstormers' pen. Runner takes off. It's a swing and a miss by Castile, and no throw made by Gonzalez. Noel has stolen third. He's got 35 now. Castile trying to, and of course, Somerset's still going to play the infielders back with a 2-run lead. It would be senseless to pull them in here. They'll give up the run to get an out.
Horsepower. Experience the exhilaration of the IS350 and IS300. Available in F-Sport and all-wheel drive. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
Enjoy weekends with the Barnstormers all season long. Every Friday evening home game will feature a different giveaway ranging from t-shirts to beach towels to backpacks. On Saturdays, enjoy the best entertainment doubleheader there is with Barnstormers baseball followed by fireworks. Sundays are fun days at the ballpark. Get autographs from some of your favorite Barnstormers players and play catch on the field before the game. Once the game is over, it's a Domino's Pizza Kids Base Run. Call 717-509-HITS to order your tickets or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. And we'll see you at the ballpark. Jared Lakin will work the home half of the 8th inning, facing the 9-1-2 batters for Somerset. Justin Pacioli, Craig Massey, and Ramon Flores. 3-1 the score in favor of Somerset. Pacioli is 1 for 2. He has singled and he has struck out. He has a run scored. Barnstormers pitching outside of the 3rd inning has been absolutely magnificent here tonight. Lancaster has had a man on 7 straight innings, but only has scored on a solo homer by Bortnick. Lakin ready to go. His first pitch to Pacioli, grounded past the mound to the shortstop. Up with it, Bortnick. He'll fire on. Pacioli retired. The out goes 6-3. 1 pitch, 1 out. Craig Massey steps in. Massey 1 for 2 with a sac fly and a run batted in. Lancaster will have Hobson, Coronado, and De La Rosa to face Ryan Kelly in the 9th inning. Kelly struck out the side in order last night. One away here. The last Somerset hit was the Flores home run. Big part of the story of this game. Lakin goes to work on the left-handed batting Massey and delivers a strike. It is 0-1. Jared Lakin into his 25th game, 1-2 with a 3.38 earned run average. 0-1, sliced foul, well out of play around the corner of the facade of TD Bank Park down the left field line, 0-2. The count to Massey. One out, bases clear here. Jared Lakin ready to deliver, breaking ball and a late swing to protect the inside corner. Dribbles a foul over on the third base side. Ball was in right on the hands of Massey, but starting to work its way toward the inside corner at the last second. He brought the bat around with a half swing just to fight it off. It looked like he got jammed on a tennis shot. Ugly swing, but effective. It fouled the pitch away. 0-2. He went for a breaking ball down low. Massey gone on strikes. 5 in a row set down by the Barnstormers bullpen. Last night it was John Anderson and Matt Marksberry throwing 2 1/3 hitless innings. Johnson and Lakin here tonight. Now the batter is Ramon Flores, who has the home run tonight that is the difference. A 2-run shot to straightaway right field back in the 3rd inning. The other 2 trips against Nate Reed, he flied out the left. 2 outs, bases clear in this bottom half of the 8th inning. Lakin goes to work on Flores and delivers low. Ball 1, no strikes.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
Hobson guards the line over at first with the left-handed batter up there. Ball 1-0, foul away. It is 1-1. Can Lancaster put together a 2-run rally in the top of the 9th inning? The last game we played here, the Barnstormers won 2-1 in what was to be the first game of a doubleheader. The second game got rained out. Now, we've seen some low-scoring contests on this field. Upstairs for ball 2 on Flores. 2 balls and a strike. Now that the Barnstormers have 3 stolen bases in tonight's game, they move back ahead of that record-setting pace. Ground ball foul down the steps into the Lancaster dugout. It found the opening. Carlos Garcia, the closest guy to it. He could be getting ready to pinch run in the 9th inning. Ross probably would wait until such time as 2 men reached base before he goes to a pinch runner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now to Flores. Lakin with a breaking ball line, base hit right field. The first hit since Flores' home run back in the 3rd. 2-out base runner, and Alfredo Rodriguez steps in. 0 for 3 for Rodriguez tonight. University of Maryland product.
Alfredo Rodriguez.
Boy, do I have stories about games at the University of Maryland. Too many to enumerate here. The Bowie Bay Sox back in 1994, when I was with that ball club, the stadium construction got delayed by a horrendous winter and a few oopses, and we had to play elsewhere. And Shipley Field at Maryland was one of those locations. We put lights in there. Ball one is low, 1-0. A 14-run bottom half of the fourth inning on a Sunday afternoon. The dimensions were pretty short. I can tell you that. It was 350 all the way from left center around to right center. 1 ball, no strikes to Rodriguez here. And Lakin to the plate. Smash to the shortstop. Big hop for Bortnick. Easy play as it turns out. Just a quick feed to Noel for the force play to end the inning. 6-4 it goes. Lakin continues the scoreless chain for the Barnstormers bullpen. No runs on 1 hit with no errors and 1 man left on base. So here we go. 9th inning of baseball coming up. Can the Barnstormers pull it off? They have done it once this year. It was against Somerset, rallying to win in the 9th inning. Tough in this ballpark, though. Through 8, Somerset 3, and Lancaster 1.
About a famous song. Are you? I'm a meal delivery engineer, a server, and I love it. But now, with Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery, this place is livelier than 2-for-1 app night. See, while I guide my guests from nachos to gnocchi, they're picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and goes with everything on the menu. Except maybe the 4-alarm fries. Stay away from those. Keno, it's here. Play it at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Enjoy a weeknight with the Barnstormers and leave with your wallet largely intact. Come on out on Munchie Mondays for all you can eat nachos, dogs, fries, popcorn, and soda for 2 hours. Or how about Koozie Tuesdays, where fans of legal age can enjoy $2 domestic drafts from 6:30 to 8. Bring your dog on Wiener Wednesdays and enjoy delicious dollar dogs as well. Or on Thrifty Thursday, popcorn is just $1, sodas are $2, and lawn seats are only $3. Call 717-509-HITS to order your tickets or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. And we'll see you at the ballpark. Ryan Kelly takes over for the 9th inning. The Barnstormers hope to have some better success than they did last night when he struck out the side in order on 15 pitches. Casey Hobson will lead off here against Kelly, the right-hander, former Atlanta Brave from Bluffton, South Carolina. Hobson struck out as one of the 3 for Kelly last night and was ejected a check swing, but he was rung up by the plate umpire Steve Leonardo at the time. Now, whether it was over the check swing or a previous pitch, I don't know. I didn't ask Casey about it, but he was visibly upset. Hobson 1 for 3. He's hit the ball squarely the last 2 times up, and he does again here. A line drive right to the first baseman, Curtis. Now it's more tough luck for Casey than anything else. That was absolutely smoked, but right at Curtis. 1 out here in the 9th inning. Nate Coronado stepping in. Well, even though the Barnstormers may not pull this one out tonight, things are, in certain ways, beginning to look better. Coronado digs in. He is 0 for 3. Hobson has hit the ball on the screws the last 3 times up. That is a positive sign. Kelly goes to work to Coronado. It's down for a ball, 1-0. Mike Antonini worked last inning, gave up a bunt single, and then struck out the next 2. Tough break for Hobson. This inning could look so much different if he had gotten another foot or 2 underneath that. To Coronado, sharp ground ball, pulled foul, wide of third. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Barnstormers down by 2. The runs just are not coming. 17 games now. The average is about 2.6 runs per game if the Barnstormers do not score here in the ninth. And that is a very low total. Barnstormers would be 6-11 over that stretch with a loss here tonight. And in a sense, that's actually pretty good to score that few runs and get 6 wins out of the 17-game span. Coronado bats 1 and 2. De La Rosa is scheduled to bat next. Patriots with a 3-run third inning after the Barnstormers had scored on the Bortnick homer in the top of the frame. Lancaster has had a man on base every inning, 2 through 8. Nothing yet here in the ninth. 1 and 2 on Coronado. Kelly working out of the stretch, ready to go. The pitch, line drive, base hit through the hole on the left side. So again, the Barnstormers get a man on. Kelly getting tagged around here in the ninth inning. Anderson De La Rosa is scheduled to come to the plate. He has struck out once and flied to right field the last 2 trips. We're going to get a pinch runner. Carlos Garcia will take over for Coronado. Thought that might be the case. And the reason here is you're going to try and stay out of the double play. And, of course, Garcia probably play short, and Bortnick would move over to third if the Barnstormers can extend this game into the bottom half of the ninth inning. 2 balls very well hit so far off of Kelly. De La Rosa will try to make it 3. 1 move is made. Vladimir Frias remaining on the bench, but you might almost contemplate having him pinch hit at some point. He has 3 of his home runs against Somerset this year and at least 1 in this ballpark. 1 out. De La Rosa steps in as the potential tying run. Curtis holding Garcia. He's going to take off. The pitch is taken for a called strike. No throw made. And the Barnstormers will stay out of the double play. That is their 4th stolen base of tonight's ball game. And for Carlos Garcia, number 12 on the year. No balls, 1 strike to Anderson De La Rosa. Checking back with the plate umpire, Silvio Martinez. Tying run at the plate here in the top of the ninth inning. The Barnstormers need to score 2. They've got just 2 outs left. Boy, in the what-if department, and you know what they say about ifs and buts, but I'll tell you, if Hobson's ball had been down the right field line and Coronado has the same at bat, now you're looking at the tying run being in scoring position with nobody out here in the ninth inning, and the possibilities are really opened up. 1 strike to De La Rosa with Bortnick scheduled to follow. Frias out there at the moment coaching first base. You've got Grant Desmay available off the bench. Breaking ball swung on foul tipped, and Kelly has De La Rosa at 0-2. Barnstormers tonight 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. 0 for 12 in the series. They have hit the ball better tonight, certainly than they did last night. But the runs just are not coming. To De La Rosa, 0-2 from Kelly. Breaking ball fades outside and low. Anderson keeps the bat in check. It's ball 1. Optimistically, the Barnstormers have Matt Reynolds warming up in the bullpen. Hoping for at least 2 to score here. De La Rosa batting 1-2. Garcia leads off second base. Kelly is ready, and the pitch swung on and hit well to right center field, but it's not going to carry enough. Pacioli going back to make the catch, tagging it on the way to third is Garcia, which means very little over the course of this ball game. Anderson De La Rosa has hit the ball reasonably well to the right of center 3 times tonight. Nothing to show for it. And now it is all up to Bortnick, who hit the home run back in the 3rd inning. 2 outs with a runner at third base, tying run at the plate. The Barnstormers have had the lion's share of the scoring opportunities in this game, but Somerset took advantage of the one chance it had. And for the Barnstormers, the 5th inning with a runner in scoring position, and not one of those guys is yet to come home. Kelly to Bortnick. The first pitch dips low. Ball 1, no strikes. Darian Sanford, the on-deck batter. Barnstormers with 6 hits, 4 additional base runners, 4 hits, and 3 additional base runners for Somerset. 1 ball and nothing to Bortnick. Kelly comes back and spots his breaking ball in the zone. We go to 1-1. Tyler Bortnick, the best bubble blower on the team, pops one here. Here's the 1-1 to Bortnick. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Tyler has homered, walked, and been hit by a pitch. Perfect night for the Barnstormers shortstop. He's now been hit 8 times this year. He's drawn 31 walks. He and Frias each have been hit on 8 occasions. 2 balls and a strike. It sails high, 3-1. Barnstormers are certainly not going down without a whimper in tonight's game. They have swung the bats well against Kelly here in the 9th inning. Bortnick bats 3-1. Here's the set and the offering. Swing and a miss. It's 3-2. I don't know if that would have been ball 4 or not. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kelly a strike away from ending it. Bortnick did not see him here last night. 3-2 with 2 outs. Garcia, the runner at third base. Kelly is ready to go, and the payoff. Bortnick with a ground ball, sharply stroked but foul down the third baseline. Francoso was guarding the line, so if it had been fair, it probably wouldn't have gotten through. Still 3-2 to Bortnick, and he is just not giving up this game or this at bat. Sanford due next, and the question at that point would almost be, do you take a shot with somebody like Frias and get a little bit more power to the plate? 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kelly to Bortnick. It's low, ball 4, and the tying runs are now on. We're going to find out. Sanford will step in. There is a reasonable chance here that Bortnick could bolt for second. Is the likelihood of Sanford driving in a runner from first base is low. Rico Noel is on deck. Darian tonight is 1 for 4, an infield base hit in the 3rd inning. Garcia, the runner at third. Bortnick is on at first base. Tying run aboard here in the 9th inning as the Barnstormers draw their 4th walk of the game. I mean, they have done everything but score tonight. Kelly to Sanford. Dribbler foul up the first base side. It is 0-1. Kelly was ready to jump on that in a hurry. 1 out left for Ryan Kelly to get. The Barnstormers are not going down as quietly as they did against him last night. Francoso up at third base, guarding the line. Curtis holding Bortnick at first, and there is a very big reason to do that. The Barnstormers already have swiped 4 bags in tonight's game, and Bortnick is capable of going to second. Kelly will throw over there, and Curtis ends up falling over Tyler Bortnick to handle that throw. That would have been a disaster for Somerset had it gotten away. Garcia would have scored, and Bortnick would have ended up at scoring position. The Barnstormers could tie the game at that point with a single. 1 strike to Darian Sanford. Looking to get a ball down a baseline if he can. Kelly ready to go. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, good for a second strike. It is 0-2. And again, the Barnstormers are down to a final strike. Bortnick able to work out a walk, but he was ahead in the count. Sanford is way behind. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs and runners at the corners. Kelly peering in to Jovan Gonzalez to get the sign. The motion, Bortnick takes off, the pitch is low, and Tyler will get the second base. And I don't think they were actually even holding him there. They're just trying to get Sanford, but now a base hit could tie the game. There was nobody headed over to cover. No throw was made. A single through the infield could tie the score here in the top of the 9th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sanford, and Kelly will back off. I think they're just calling that defensive indifference. Well, stolen base for Bortnick. Curtis was holding him. 5 bags for the Barnstormers tonight. That's number 12 on the air for Bortnick. It's up to Sanford. Here's the 1-2. He swings and misses on a pitch down low. Sanford is gone on strikes, and the Barnstormers fall to 1-4 here in the second half. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2 men left on base here in the top of the 9th inning. The line totals will be coming your way next. The final score, Somerset 3 and Lancaster 1.
Learn from the pros right here in Lancaster. The Lancaster Barnstormers are offering 2 3-day-long youth clinics this summer with instruction on pitching, hitting, fielding, and base running. Each session, led by veteran professional players, will last from 9 until noon with lunch to follow. Choose from June 19th to 21st or July 24th to 26th. So learn what it takes to succeed on the field and off. Call the Barnstormers office at 717-509-HITS or go to LancasterBarnstormers.com. Space is limited. Act now.
Introducing the all-new Lexus RX 350L, designed for room. Room for a power-folding 3rd row. Room for up to 7. And room for the unexpected. The 3-row RXL. It's the RX with room for more. Experience the innovative RXL and RXL Hybrid. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg.
RX 450HL arriving spring 2018.
Everybody count down with me and Sparky. 10.
The Barnstormers fall for the 2nd consecutive game here at Somerset's TD Bank Park, and the runs just will not come. The Barnstormers look much better at the plate tonight than they did last night. They did a lot of things very well. Some loud outs, some loud base hits, more base runners than we have seen the past couple of ball games, especially last night. But the result's the same. The Barnstormers ended up the night a composite 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position, including that final strikeout. And of those 9 outs with runners in scoring position, 4 of them were on strikes along the way, and the Barnstormers just not able to come up with the right hit at the right time. Somerset 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, only 3 runners left on base, save for a 4-batter stretch in the 3rd inning. The Barnstormers pitching dominated here tonight. 1 run, 6 hits, no errors, and Lancaster left 9. They had a man into scoring position in 5 different innings that did not come across the plate. The win goes to David Kubiak. He is now 5-1. The loss to Nate Reed. He falls to 6-3. The save to Ryan Kelly, his 13th. This one was shaky. The home runs tonight, Tyler Bortnick in the top of the 3rd for the Barnstormers, obviously with the bases empty, his 5th home run of the season. And Ramon Flores with the decisive home run. That came in the bottom of the 3rd, a 2-run shot, his first here in the Atlantic League. 2 hours, 39 minutes, time for our game tonight in front of 5,755 here at TD Bank Park. They can now sit back, relax, and enjoy the fireworks. The Barnstormers fall 3-1 to the Somerset Patriots at TD Bank Park. We'll look at it in greater depth in a moment as the wrap-up show comes your way next here on the Lancaster Barnstormers YouTube channel.
Like craft beers, local wines? Well, the best place to be in Lancaster then is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, all new for 2018 is the Broken Bat deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat will feature more than 20 local craft breweries and product from 2 local wineries. If something with a little more kick is your adult beverage of choice, a local distillery is part of the Broken Bat as well. Food will be sold off a pub-style menu, so get together, hang out with your friends, make some new ones, and enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
AMT Concerts presents Rock at the Park Festival, Saturday, July 21st, featuring sets from Fuel, Eve 6, Sister Hazel, Long Beach Dub All-Stars, Fastball, and more. Rock at the Park, Saturday, July 21st at Clipper Magazine Stadium, Lancaster. Tickets on sale now at rockatthepark.com.
Ultimately, a lot to like about the way the Barnstormers played tonight, but the wins have got to start coming. The runs have got to start coming. A 3-1 loss here at TD Bank Park. For the bulk of the game, the Barnstormers outplayed the Somerset Patriots. They had more hits. They had more extra base runners, walks, hit batters, and the like. The pitching did very well. The defense, a solid game for the Barnstormers tonight. And the Barnstormers had at least one man reach base each of the last 8 innings. But sometimes that's the problem. The base runners are spread out instead of clustered as they were for Somerset. 3-1, the Patriots win all the runs, scoring in the 3rd inning. For the Barnstormers, Tyler Bortnick with a 1-out solo home run to left field, his 5th of the season. Darian Sanford followed with an infield base hit, stole second, and after Blake Galen walked, David Kubiak able to get out of the inning when Ryan Castile popped out to the shortstop. The Patriots stepped in the bottom of the 3rd. Mike Francoso grounded out easily to Rico Noel. It was the 6th consecutive batter retired by Nate Reed. But then he walked Justin Trapp, and that led to bad things. As Trapp stole second, went to 3rd on a single into right by Justin Pacioli, and scored on Craig Nasty's sacrifice fly. So at that point, it was 1-1. But then Ramon Flores, who is not known to wield a whole lot of power, able to show some in the 3rd inning, a 2-run home run, his first in the Atlantic League. It was 3-1 in favor of Somerset. The Patriots, for the remainder of the night, had 3 base runners, 2 walks and a single. They were scattered. Nobody else reached scoring position for the Patriots in the entire game. the Barnstormers had a man in scoring position seemingly in every inning. In the 5th inning, they got Tyler Bortnick to second base with 2 outs, but Kubiak got Rico Noel to bounce out the first. Then in the 8th inning, it was a leadoff bunt single for Noel. Rico stole second. Blake Galen struck out. He stole third. Ryan Castile struck out, and then Trayvon Robinson grounded to short. The Barnstormers had a chance to tie it up in the 9th inning. Casey Hobson leading off, whistled the ball right into the glove of the first baseman, Jermaine Curtis. Nate Coronado followed with a sharp single in the left, 1 hop through the hole. Pinch runner Carlos Garcia stole second. Anderson De La Rosa's fly ball to reasonably deep right center chased Garcia to third. Tyler Bortnick then walked and stole second, but Darian Sanford struck out against Ryan Kelly to end the ball game. The Somerset Patriots prevail tonight by a final score of 3-1. Elsewhere in the Atlantic League, a rout tonight again in York. The Revs won 16-1 last night, but the Ducks turned the tables tonight and beat up on the Revs 13-4 the final score. Sugarland 4-2 over the Road Warriors. That is now a final. And in the 9th inning at New Britain Stadium, it is Southern Maryland 7 and the host New Britain Bees 4. Checking the Major League scoreboard, they're in the top half of the 9th inning in Baltimore, and the Orioles hold a 1-0 lead over the Texas Rangers. The Yankees lead the Indians 5-4 into the bottom half of the 8th. It is the LA Angels of Anaheim 4-3 beating the LA Dodgers of LA. They are through 7.5 innings in LA. Cincinnati up 8-2 over St. Louis. That is into the bottom of the 9th inning. The Pittsburgh Pirates swept a doubleheader 2-1 and 6-2 over the Milwaukee Brewers today. The Red Sox, with a walk-off grand slam by Xander Bogaerts, beat Toronto 6-2 in 10, the 67th win of the season for Boston. It is 19-6 Tampa Bay over Minnesota today. The Kansas City Royals shut out the Chicago White Sox 5-0. Houston beat up on Detroit 9-1. It was 3-0 Arizona shutting out Atlanta today. The Phillies likewise were shut out 2-0 down in Florida. It was the New York Mets 7-4 over the Washington Nationals. In the late games, it is 2-0 Colorado over Seattle. That is in the top of the 3rd. And Oakland at San Francisco. The Chicago Cubs at San Diego. Not yet underway. The Lancaster Barnstormers need to win tomorrow to avoid being swept here at TD Bank Park. 2-1 and 3-1, the final scores of these 2 games. And again, outside of a 4-batter stretch tonight, the Barnstormers outplayed the Somerset Patriots. But the Patriots were able to build that one big burst in 4 batters to score 3 runs. The Barnstormers runners were scattered and strewn all over the landscape. And as the result, Somerset picks up the 3-1 victory. Brooks Hall is on a winning streak. He is 6-2, and he will make the start here tomorrow against Corey Reardon, a right-hander with a record of 3-3. We'll have that for you, beginning with the Gockenauer Home Appliances Dugout Report at 4:45. The play-by-play action will follow, and then the Barnstormers, following an off day on Monday, kick off a very quick 4-game home series against the York Revolution that will cover from 6 o'clock on Tuesday night till the end of the game, maybe 2 o'clock or so on Thursday afternoon. So until then, for all the cast and crew back at Clipper Magazine Stadium, I'm Dave Collins. Have a great evening, everyone, and we will see you at the ballpark.